Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the latest edition of Rebels Radio for you here this evening, as we're here from a rather overcast, but was previously sunny. I think since we turned up on the coast, the sun's disappeared. It was quite sunny on the way down here today, but we're here in Somerset, home of Frome Town, for this night's Evo Stick Southern Premier League game. We'll give you all of the action as well, and give you some team news and keep you. I was going to keep you abrupt because we've loads of games in our league, but unfortunately Tiverton versus Biggleswade has been postponed, and I'm sure that some of you are mostly sitting at home waiting to watch Liverpool versus Man City rather than come out on a kind of overcast, wet day. It's been pitch isn't looking too bad here at the moment at Frome. If you've ever been to, it's not the flattest of pitches. It does tail off from one corner down to the corner on the far end. It's got quite a dip in it there, and it's not the smoothest of pitches either, and it doesn't look like much has been done to it. It's very wet over here at the moment, so it's very difficult to get any kind of tractor and stuff on without actually dipping into the ground. So yes, it's going to be an interesting game here today, and the team selection will also be very interesting for you as well, but I'll save that as a teaser for you. This is Rebels Radio, and it's brought to you by our two match sponsors, who are My Football Club, the online football community, and you can catch them on their Pachero website. So if you type in Pachero My FC, it'll give you their latest forum there as well. And they're one of our sponsors. The other sponsors is the Slough Town Supporters Trust. Loads of you on already. So there you go. So if you do want to get in contact with us here at Rebels Radio, you can do so in two ways. You can do so on Twitter. It's at MyFC or Rebels Radio, all one word, all in lowercase. Come through to us. We'll give you a shout out. Or, as many of you have been already, if you're listening via the YouTube, then you should see a thing that says comment. I think it comes up comments on yours, but it comes up as a chat on mine. But you can come through and you can say hello. So there you go. So we've got Freddie Burton on, Will Reese, Rebel, and Ian as well. So you can just come on there and I'll give you a shout out and whatever when the things go on. A couple of things for you. The Slough Town Supporters Trust will be holding their annual sponsored walk at the end of the season. This will be on Saturday the 28th of April, which is the last home game against Dorchester. It will follow the route of the new Slough half marathon. So those of you with running aspirations, you don't have to run the sponsor walk, it is a walk, but it will follow the route of the half marathon that's coming back to Slough after 18 years. So come down to that. If you want to sign up for that, good, go down onto the Supporters Trust website, or if you are planning to come to a home game, there is a blue gazebo as you come through the main gates. You can sign up for that there as well. Up and coming games for you, just to let you know, on Saturday, Slough will be away again. Where I believe the weather's supposed to be good. We're going to be going to Stratford Town, and the home of the Bard William Shakespeare. That is a 3 o'clock kickoff. There are coach details on the Slough Town Supporters Trust website. Then after that, we are hopefully away to Biggleswade Town on Tuesday, the 10th of April. That'll be a 7:45 kickoff. Again, there'll be coach details for that. Remember that place called Arbor Park that we were at the other day? Well, we were at home there again on the 14th of April. Big one against Kings Lynn. 3 o'clock kickoff. Then after that, we've got the 16th of April. That's a Monday night. That's away to Hitchin, a 7:45 kickoff. And lastly, the game, the Berks and Bucks game against MK Dons, is arranged for the 18th of April, which is a Wednesday. So there you go. That week will be very busy, very much like this week has been as well. So those are your up and coming games. For the other games that survived tonight, it was just Greenwich versus Royston as the other game in the Southern Premier League this evening, and we'll run through the two sides for you as well in a second. I do have to explain that on Saturday, one of our microphones exploded. Well, it didn't explode, but it went kaput. So I've only got one working microphone. If this microphone goes, this is normally the second microphone, if I have to use the other one, it might turn everything off. It's got a mind of its own. So when testing it last night, it actually turned all of my computer stuff off. So if this one does go, hopefully it won't, we may have to use the other one, and you may get a big sound of silence for some reason where we have to kick everything back in because it short-circuited the entire thing. But hopefully that won't happen. And we shall be hopefully that we'll get all of the action covered this evening. Look, there's loads of you on the chat this evening. What's going on? You're all be sitting at home as well. Good evening to Will Tuck, who's listening, and Michael Kelly, And I will give you the teams for you, starting with the home side. In goal is Kyle Phillips. 2 is Ben Griffiths. 3 Ollie Knight. 4 Ollie Knowles. 5 is Marcus Mapstone. 6 we believe is Chaz Hemmings, but apparently he's on his way, might not get here, but he may swap with number 12, but we'll get to him. Chaz Hemmings is 6. 7 is John Davies. 8 is the captain George Miller. 9 is Ryan Buff. 10 Joe Rains, and 11 is Josh Brace. Substitutes for Frome Town tonight, nicknamed the Robins. It's Lewis Graham, 12. 14 is Ebon Mortimer Taylor. 15 Jack Metcalf, and 16 is Ben Cleverley. For the Rebels this evening, in goal for them is Jack Turner. 2 is Sean Fraser, making an appearance 267, just 2 away after today from that top 20. Then we've got 3 Josh Jackman, 4 Matt Day. 5 is Nathan Smart, 6 is Lee Togwell, 7 James Dobson, 8 Matt Lynch, 9 Perry Coles, 10 is the captain Mark Nisbet, and 11 is Warren Harris. Now I'm not. I got a funny feeling that it will be a back 4 of Sean Fraser right back, Matt Day, Nathan Smart, and Josh Jackman, and Nisbet will play in a central midfield position, but we'll see that when it comes. But that's how they were training a little bit earlier there. Substitutes for the Rebels this evening are 12 George Wells, 14 Scott Davies, 15 Harrison Gilks, 16 is Manny Williams, and 17 is Chris Flood. Our congratulations go to Chris Flood and his partner on the birth of their baby boy. So as you can, the stadium announcer's got some big speakers here, and we're quite next to them. So if you're going to be a background noise, my apologies there for that. But there you go. It's not a lot we can do about that, I'm afraid. So there you go. Just a couple of things for you. If Manny Williams comes on tonight, he's on the bench. If he comes on, he will be making his 50th appearance for the Rebels this evening. So we'll see that. Good evening to Dean Beckett and also to Gary House, who are listening, got in touch via Twitter. Thank you all very much for that. And also for those of you who haven't heard the sad news that Ray Wilkins passed away today. Now, had the pleasure of meeting Ray a couple of times, and actually he did do a half-time interview at the home game against Merthyr, where he'd been to Merthyr Town that Friday evening to do an evening with Ray Wilkins, and he came down to the Slough game and we interviewed him at half time. He was a really, really nice man, and our condolences go to his family. So the stadium announced just a little bit loudly. I can tell you that Slough will be playing in their away kit of all blue. And good evening to Gary Thomas as well, all of you listening in. So it's going to be an interesting game here today. The pitch is very, very bobbly here. If you've ever been to Frome Town, you would know that. And the thing is, you see, the guy doing the music, the stadium thing, he's a proper DJ, so he's like got some massive speakers that he's mostly used from a gig or something. And the two sides come out for you here this evening. Tonight's referee is Colin Hubbard, and the assistant referees are Alex Rushfear and Adam Baker. Those are your assistant referees for this evening. And we're not far away from kick-off. They line up, and you know when they come out, they always line up in front of the crowd, in front of the main stand. Well, they're to the side of the main stand, so you can't actually see what's going on. They're just crazy. So Frome will be in red shirts with white sleeves, red shorts and red socks. Slough in their all blue Man City away kit, and they're going through the handshakes here this evening. And a lot of people still stuck in the bar at the moment, as we're a couple of minutes away from kick-off. And we'll see how the Rebels line up this afternoon. There's a few ground improvements being done here at Frome Town. They've got a big stand on the far hand side that they've had up for a season off. They've got some plans to do some more here. And it's actually a really nice setting, actually. You can just see the hills in the background behind that stand on that far hand side. Hopefully this music will finish. He's got a good taste in music, it's just exceedingly loud, that's all. So we'll see how it goes this evening. And again, just a few for good afternoon to Colin Davies. He said, can I borrow the stadium announcer's microphone? It can mostly I can mostly do the commentary on his microphone and you'd hear it. His speakers are really loud. Yes, so just a reminder that this is our only working microphone. If this one goes kaput, we'll have to use the other one and it might turn everything off. So just please be aware of that this evening that you may get a bit of silence if everything blows up. And we think we need some new stuff. But we'll have to have a whip round on the next home game, get some pennies out of the pockets. We are just waiting for the referee here. The two captains are just at the centre there, just deciding what's going on. And it looks as though Slough will be shooting from left to right for this first half. And it looks like Slough have the kick-off as well. So Slough will be shooting from left to right towards the... so hopefully he's going to turn that music off. There you go, great, brilliant. Slough will be shooting towards the main bar area here this evening. And it's going to be Slough with the kick-off. Perry Cole standing over this one here this evening. And it's just what I don't want the referee to wait for, just waiting for his linesman, I think. Come on, ref, get on with it. And there you go, there's the whistle to start tonight's proceedings, and ball played here towards Lynch, in towards Nisbet's actually playing quite far up pitch here. Ball finds Togwell in towards Coles. Coles trying to chip the ball in for Warren Harris. It's well cut out there by Knight, and then he can bring the ball away here for Frome, but it's one back here, and then poor touch there by Fraser means it's given Rains a chance to win the ball back here, and he finds the captain Miller. Miller spreads it on the far hand side looking for Davies. Back here to the right back, Griffiths with the ball forward for Matt Day to chase. Turner comes to the edge of his box, but Matt Day was there first, and Lynch can clear up for Slough, trying to find Nisbet. Looks like Nisbet is actually playing up front, and he's just won a free kick here. It really does look like Mark Nisbet is playing as a striker alongside Perry Coles. That's really how they looks like they're lining up. It's a free kick to Slough, taken quickly by Matt Day, trying to release Dobson on the far hand side. Ball gets caught, and he just falls perfectly in the path of Dobson. Crosses in the first time, and it's cut out well there by Mapstone. It's the first corner of the game here, and it goes to the Rebels here on the far hand side. And James Dobson will be the player to take it. It's not, there's no puddles on the pitch or anything like that. It's just the ball didn't bounce properly, and it just fell perfectly into the path of Matt Lynch. James Dobson. Matt Lynch, so he's going to go over to take this corner for Slough. And obviously now with Nisbet in the box there, it means that Nathan Smart and Matt Day have joined them. So Slough got a bit more height in the box for this corner. It'd be in-swinging corner here from Matt Lynch on that far hand side. And just indicating it comes close. It goes to the far post. Oh, headed across goal. Matt Day gets ahead. It's tipped over the bar by Phillips. And Matt Day close to his first goal for the Rebels there, but it's another corner now to Slough, and again this time it's taken on this near hand side, and Dobson will be the player that comes across to take it for the Rebels. And it looks like this will be another in-swinging corner here for Slough. And again, just waiting for a good delivery to come in from Dobson. It is a good delivery, goes through, bounces around the edge of the box, and it will come out here to Dobson, who gets another chance to cross it in. He crosses it with a bit of pace, trying to almost curl it in towards the goal, but it's gone wide of the goal, and it's out of play for a goal kick. So Slough starting the game quite brightly here this evening. And it's an interesting formation for the Rebels here this evening, as they've come to Frome. It is apparently Frome and not Frome. Frome, as in Chris Frome. So, yes, don't get it wrong, or they'll shoot you, apparently. So, but wait for Phillips to get this game back on the way with this goal kick. Long goal kick into this quite overcast sky. Headed away there by Day. Nisbet's underneath it for Slough. Heads it on, and then it's hooked clear there by Hemmings. And the ball headed away, though, this time by Day again. Comes through to Hemmings, who gets a second chance to play the ball over the top. Looking for Bath, who looked a mile offside, but the linesman says he's onside. Comes down at near hand side, up against Josh Jackman, who's playing right back. And Jackman gets fouled there, and that'll be a free kick to the Rebels deep down that left-hand side of the pitch. So if you've never been to Frome before, it's quite flat. When you come through the gates, it's quite flat, and then as it goes down to the far-hand side, it dips a good 6 or 7 yards, I'd say, easily down to that far-hand corner. So it's always sometimes a play to play it down that right-hand side if you're attacking, and the ball bounces along that pitch in there. But it's Jack Turner with this free kick for Slough, deep inside his own half. Long kick by him, aiming towards Nisbet. Beaten on there by Millis, flicked on by Hemmings, and then hooked on by Rains. But Josh Jackman will see the ball out for a throw to the Rebels on the far hand side, just about 10 yards inside their own half. So we will keep up to date with details on the other game in the Southern Premier League this evening. As we wait for Jackman to take this throw on the far hand side, looking for Dobson. It's overhead heads, and this bit tries to get there, but the ball's gone out of play. It'll be a throw to Frome, and it'll be taken on the far hand side by Griffiths, the right back. And it's a very quiet atmosphere here tonight. It's at Frome's a very small crowd here this evening, and Griffiths just being told to walk back there, and takes a quick throw in towards Knowles, who plays the ball forwards. It's won well by Rains just on the far hand side. Little ball into Davis, headed away though by Day. Comes back out here to Davis, heads it on, but Lynch is there first for Slough. Can't keep hold of the ball. It comes to Finch, comes to Hemmings, finds Rains on the far hand side. Ball over the top, looking for Bath, and this time Bath is offside. And although the ball had flicked through in the end there for Brace, it was an offside decision against Bath. It's a free kick to the Rebels. So early days here, coming up to the first 5 minutes gone, and it's a free kick for Slough. Jack Turner rode his green goalkeeping kit this evening, and he's just about to take this free kick. A really small crowd here this evening as Turner takes this long ball down the field. It's headed away here by Knowles, and it goes out of play. I've got a funny, that don't look like Knowles to me. I'm sure that Knowles was a Finno player when he came to our ground, but there you go, that's what they put on their team sheet. Jackman with the throw, looking for Dobson. Dobson trying to flick the ball down here for Nisbet to chase. It's cleared by Knowles, comes here towards Rains, holds the ball up well. Well, Hemmings and Miller make a mistake there, but it falls here to Hemmings, and under pressure from Nisbet he turns, and then Lynch puts the pressure on, and he plays a good ball in here towards Miller. Miller then finds Davies in towards Bath, looking for the ball over, and Bath trying to chase this, but Turner's quickly out of his goal. Good 10 yards out, and clears the ball for Slough. Dobson trying to get there first. Hemmings with a silly little flick, actually flicks into the path of Nisbet. The ball played over here by Dobson, looking for Warren Harris, and just coming to the edge of his box was Phillips, who just gets there before Warren Harris, and it's a good bit of goalkeeping there by the Frome Town goalkeeper. We've changed positions this year. I normally sit a little bit further along, but you've got two massive iron pillars in the way, and I thought, well, I can see the goal there, and now I can't see the action. Ball's here with Dobson inside his own half, but it's won back here by the Frome captain Miller, and he finds Griffiths, the right back, a couple of yards inside his own half, being forced back here by Dobson. There's a bit now chasing Knowles down. Knowles plays the ball forwards. Matt Day to chase that ball in the corner, and he cuts the ball out and he hammers that ball down the field. Flicked on by Lynch in towards Nisbet. Nisbet's offside, and he was in an offside position. The linesman in front of me just signalled in there. He came from an offside position, I should say, and it certainly isn't there. Look where the linesman is, mate. You got to be at least he's level with me. Trying to take it on the halfway line. What's going on? Taking the liberty. And Griffiths takes it quickly on the far hand side, looking for Davies. Davies up against Fraser. Fraser with a good challenge. Ball comes in here towards Lynch. Lynch wins the ball and finds Dobson. Lynch just goes down, but Dobson with the ball forwards, looking for the run of Coles. Coles chasing this one. It goes all the way back towards the goalkeeper. Sticks in a bit of mud there, and Phillips is first to the ball and can clear long for Frome. Headed towards Brace, but headed away by Day. Comes out here to the right back. Griffiths played away, Dogwell heads it away, and it comes back out here towards Brace on that far hand side. Gets the ball, but closed down well by Josh Jackman. It's good defended by Jackman, who plays it off the Frome Town player for a throw to the Rebels. And the throw comes in quickly, finds Dobson. Dobson flicking the ball on, trying to find Coles. Coles holds the ball up there, but it's won back here by Hemmings in the centre of the park and plays it forwards here in towards Brace, who's cut inside, just being chased down by Matt Day, and it comes out towards Davies. Davies spreads it to the left-hand side for Knight to get a ball in. His ball in is blocked a little bit, it makes its target, and comes back here towards Hemmings, and he finds Mapstone. Mapstone has time to chip the ball forward, but easily taken there by Sean Fraser on his chest, and time to play the ball down, looking for Coles. Nisbet was offside, and Coles has chased that ball down here, and it goes all the way back to the goalkeeper, but he's got plenty of time to put a clearance in there. And it's in fact the ball still with the Frome Town goalkeeper Phillips, who just waits, then launches a long ball down the field. It'll be well cut out there by Day. Only finds Davies. Davies under pressure from Warren Harris. So Slough trying to win the ball back. It is won back in the end by Togwell. Finds Matt Lynch. Lynch with the ball back here towards Togwell. Togwell coming down this right hand side. Got Warren Harris on the outside and Fraser on the overlap if he needs him. Finds Fraser. Fraser's ball just bobbles badly in front of him. Togwell with the ball in. It's cut out well, but Lynch wins it back here for Slough. Finds Fraser. Slough just keeping the ball well. Togwell plays it again, looking for the ball over top. Cut out by Mapstone. Comes here to Hemmings. Hemmings chests it down towards Miller. Played in here towards Rains. Rains finds Brace on the far hand side, and Josh Jackman just slips in the mud there, and Lynch comes back and wins it for Slough. Good defending by him. He slips as he plays the ball out of play, and while he was looking for a free kick, it's just a throw to the opposition Frome Town. And it will be Davies, who's playing on this left-hand side, can play either side. Ball comes in towards Bath. Bath does well to shake off the challenge of Day. Lynch is standing in front of him, but it's played out here towards Miller, and then Hemmings. Hemmings plays it backwards towards the left-back Knowles, and Knowles can bring the ball forwards here for Frome. Plays the ball in, looking for Bath, trying to flick the ball on, but good defensive header by Nathan Smart there, who heads the ball back in towards the path. And again, he's just looking at the referee to say he got a little clip there as he headed the ball back, but he's up on his feet, he's fine. And it's Jack Turner with the ball in his hands here at the moment, and just drops the ball a couple of feet outside of his penalty area, and then plays the ball down here looking for Nisbet. Nisbet beaten to the ball by Mapstone, comes here towards Davies. Davies' first time touch finds Rains, in towards Hemmings, finds Miller. Heavy ball for Miller, and it's well seen out there by Warren Harris. It's a throw to Slough, almost thrown it to Matt Lynch. He's like, what am I going to do? But Sean Fraser will take this throw for the Rebels. He needs an option here, and Coles tries to make the option, but Fraser will go long here towards Nisbet, headed backwards by Knowles, and it comes here through to Hemmings. Hemmings defensively does well to find Knowles. Long ball down the field, looking for Bath. It's over the head of both of them, and both of them, Smart and Bath, play the ball, but it comes out here towards Day. Plays a lovely ball down the right hand side for Warren Harris, but a good challenge by Knowles means it's a throw to Slough, right by the corner flag here. And they're going to leave it for Sean Fraser to come across to take this throw, and he finds Nisbet. Nisbet turns well on the edge of the box, gets in there, shakes off the challenge of the ball, comes through to Togwell. It's blocked in well. It's a great defensive block. Ball though comes here and finds Rains. Rains for Frome inside his own half, trying to run past Lynch. Lynch is beaten for pace here. Rains running down that right hand side. He's got Jackman, who's come back in to come across. So Rains is up against two. Jackman comes in with the silent challenge, and that is a good run from Rains, because Slough had the attack there. It was well blocked from the shot from Togwell. Came to Rains. He's ran literally 70 yards down that right hand side, and a good sliding tackle from Jackman means it's a throw to the Robins right by the Slough Town corner flag on that far hand side, and it's taken quickly towards Bath, holds the ball back up, and then it's an offside decision against Griffiths. It was who was the player that took the throw and was in an offside position when he got the ball back, so it's a free kick to the Rebels. So all going on here, still 0-0 at the moment, and just got a break in play here as Matt Day is just doing his boots up inside the penalty area. And it's going to be Turner just waiting for Day to get back into position. He gets in there, and Turner to take this free kick for Slough. Long kick down the field, again aimed for Dobson. Dobson trying to win the head. It's won by Hemmings, flicked on here by Rains, looking for the ball over for Bath. Bath willing runner here on that far hand side, keeps the ball in well, and it's a good ball in. It's a great ball by Brace, and then it's a great tackle by Matt Day, who wins the ball. It goes out of play for a throw to Frome, level with the Slough Town 18-yard box, and it's Miller that's going to take this throw. Trying to find Brace down that left-hand side. Brace holds the ball up well, looking for a run inside here, and it comes from Rains, but it's cut out well by Day inside the penalty area. He clears and finds Nisbet. Nisbet's powerful header heads it across here towards Warren Harris. Harris coming down this near hand side, being chased down by Hemmings, but Nathan Smart slips past Hemmings and can bring the ball forward. He's been urged to bring the ball. He's got Warren Harris on his overlap if he needs him. Finds Warren Harris. Harris running down his right hand side. Crosses first time, but it's well cut out by the left back Ollie Knight. And it goes out of play for a throw to Slough right by the corner flag. And the Slough fans here in attendance make a bit of noise behind the goal. It really is a small number of people. I'd say you'd be grateful if there's 70 people here tonight. Really, it really would. And that includes me. And that must includes the players. There's not many people here. It's actually a corner to Slough. It's actually gone out for a corner. Dobson will take it in swinging corner again for the Rebels from this near hand side. And Dobson's always headed away at the near post. It'll come out here towards Sean Fraser. He plays the ball in here towards Lynch. 20 yards away from goal. Finds Dobson, who crosses first time. Ball into the box. It's bouncing around. It comes on the edge of the area where it's cleared by Bath for Frome, and it will come straight out of play for a throw to Slough right by the away dugout, which is about 10 yards inside the Frome half. Josh Chapman will go across to take this for Slough. And we've played coming up to 14 minutes here. Still 0-0 between the two sides now, with the best chance of the game with that save by Phillips from the Matt Day header. And it's Jackman with this throw on this near hand side, trying to find Cole. Cole just cushions his header in here, but it's won back here well by Knowles. Plays the ball down the field. Also, long chase for Bath, but the ball will curl out of play. As you kick it down, that kind of thing, it does just tend to roll down that side, and it's gone out of play for a throw to Slough. Slough looking for a ball to come to them. Rather than that, Josh Jackman's got to run good 20-30 yards to go and get the ball. So still early days here at the Special Effects Stadium, as it is called here. And Josh Jackman finally gets into place for this. And he'll eventually take this throw. And ball played in. Headed away though by Griffiths. Comes out here, flicked on by Brace. Comes in, it's come off the head of Jackman, goes out to play for a throw. Good evening to Vinnie Ryan, who's listening. And ball played across here to the left back, Knight. Knight with the ball in finds Hemmings. Hemmings just turns into Nisbet, and it's one back here, and Coles has the ball. Coles is chasing on his own. He's got to waiting for a little bit of help. It comes through from Dobson in the under far side. Coles eventually found with a deflected pass. Coles just slips in the mud. Griffiths can clear, but only finds Lench. Lench plays it across out to Togwell. Togwell has the ball on the far hand side for Warren House. He's got Sean Fraser on the overlap. Warren House cuts inside. Back here towards Togwell. Togwell got time on the ball. Back out here towards Sean Fraser. Stayed up for this attack. His ball in has been blocked, and it comes through here to Rains. Rains 20 yards out, looking for the ball over the top. Obviously looking, that's their tactic, is the ball over the top for Ryan Bath to chase, but it's goes all the way through to Jack Turner in the Slough goal in the end. And it will be Jack Turner just kicking the ball down. Dobson wins the ball and it flicks on here towards Coles. Back in towards Dobson. Ball played in. Oh, he's looking for Nisbet, and Nisbet is adjudged to be offside. That was quite tight, and I don't think I've seen Mark Nisbet with that turn of pace in a forward position for quite a while. But he almost beat the goalkeeper to it, but he was offside, and it'll be a free kick to Frome halfway inside their own half. I've just seen two more people come in, so it's about 72 here tonight. So it's a free kick. He wasn't even in line with the linesman. The linesman just let him take an extra 5 yards. And it's Phillips, the goalkeeper. He goes to take the kick. Got his foot stuck in the mud. He's done it twice. Booking for time wasting, referee. Come on. Phillips eventually, when he does kick it, he slips over. He does get the ball though and finds Bath on the far hand side here towards Knowles. Knowles' ball goes up in the air, and it's won back here by Nathan Smart in here and chips it down the side, looking for Coles to chase, but Coles is on the wrong side of the pitch, and Coles just being urged to stay in the position as the ball's played down here. Again, looking for Bath. Does really well to flick the ball on, trying to find Rains, and Matt Day just comes across, and it's a foul by Matt Day on Joe Rains. It's a free kick to Frome. They're around about 25 yards outside of the Slough goal. It's level with the tram line of the 18-yard box. And Matt Day gives the referee that look as if to say, "How dare you give a foul against me? I'm Matt Day, the Terminator." So it's Davies and Hemming standing over this free kick for Frome. Slough with a three-man wall just a few yards inside their own half. Jack Turner just waiting. Hemmings has just gone away into the box here, and it'll be taken by Davies, who goes for goal. Let's just say he's not only cleared the bar, he's cleared the stand, and he's having a good laugh about that. He's apologised immediately to his teammates, but he's cleared the bar and the stand behind that goal. But there you go, he's laughing about it, so we'll laugh about it as well. And it'll start off with a goal kick here for the Rebels, coming up to 18 minutes gone, 0-0. And Turner to take this goal kick. A relaxed atmosphere here tonight as the ball's played forward. Warren Harris will flick this ball on, trying to find Nisbet. It's been cleared by Miller, and Sean Fraser under pressure from Davies has to hook that ball out of play for a throw to Frome halfway inside the Slough half. And Slough with some defending to do here as Knight just goes and leans over the barriers to get the ball and take this throw for the home side. And his ball inside, tries to find Davies. Davies does well to hold the ball up. In here towards Miller. Miller's ball in, trying to flick it into Rains, who tried to chase his own flick on, but it's Nathan Smart who clears the ball, and it finds Coles. Good control by Coles, and he's kept hold of the ball, but the referee says he was fouled, and it's a free kick to Slough, a couple of feet inside their own half. And Slough got a number of people willing to take this one. It will be Sean Fraser in the end who will take this free kick. It's just literally a couple of feet inside the Slough half. And it's Fraser to take this free kick. Plays it down the line here, looking for Warren Harris. Harris does really well to keep the ball in and finds Nisbet. Although it's taken back by Ollie Knight. He runs across his own 18-yard box. Clears in the end and finds Bath. Bath up against Smart. Bath does really well. Holds the ball up here and now finds Davies on this near-hand side. First time ball by him. Well headed away by Nathan Smart. And it comes here towards Togwell. And Togwell's under pressure. Gives the ball back to Smart. Smart plays the ball down the line. Looking for Warren Harris. Beaten to the ball by Mapstone. But it'll be a throw to the Rebels. And 35 yards away from the Frome Town goal. Fraser takes it quickly and finds Warren Harris. Harris trying to get past Knowles down this, Knight down this near hand side. Gets past him. He's looking for a free kick and does eventually win the free kick there for a foul by Ollie Knight on Warren Harris. It's a free kick and it's around about 5 yards away from the corner flag either side. So it's kind of like more like a short corner that you'd get in hockey. And it's a two-man wall for Frome. That is never 10 yards, referee. How can that be 10 yards? Dearie, I'll tell you what, if he's a carpet fitter, you are going to get shortchanged. Even I can tell that's not 10 yards. He's still telling him to get back. And then anyway, Dobson to take this free kick. He's gone over there to tell them to go back a yard. He's just having a word with Davies, who's complaining. I don't understand it because he's 10 yards back. He hasn't moved and he hasn't told them to move. So what's the point of going over and telling them to move? Anyway, it's a free kick here to Slough. Dobson to take this one. Hits it with power towards the near post. It's well cut out there by the captain Miller and it goes out for a corner to the Rebels. It was a low free kick in there trying to sneak into the near post. And there you go. And it's another corner here to Slough. It's going to be James Dobson to take it in swing corner. That's a really good delivery. It bounces all the way through. Comes through to Warren Harris on the edge of the box though. It's cleared in the end though by Brace and he can't keep the ball in. It's a poor clearance. He tries to hit it with the outside of his boot and it goes straight out of play for a throw to the Rebels. But a really good corner comes in from Dobson. It just went through everyone. No one got a touch. And when the touch came in, it went the wrong way for the Rebels. It's Sean Fraser with this throw in front of our commentary position, a couple of feet inside the Frome Town half. Still 0-0 here. And his throw looking for Nisbet, but it's well cut out here by Miller, but he just runs straight into Togwell. Played ball by Nisbet. Flicks on though. And it's come through to Miller. He took it away from Rains, and Fraser goes back towards the goalkeeper, Turner. Rains still chases the ball down. Turner just quiff turns him almost. Plays the ball forward. Slough with Dobson flicking the header on. It's come through to Coles. He's closed down well though by Mapstone, and the ball played in here on the far hand side to Brace. And the ball inside to Hemmings. Hemmings just goes past Matt Lynch easily and then hits the ball straight at Togwell, and the referee pulls it back for the foul by Matt Lynch. That's good refereeing. The Frome Town players just tried to take it inside the Slough half when it was clearly inside the Frome half, and it's well spotted by the referee who brings it back. And it's going to be a good free kick. They're going to put some bodies on the edge of the box here, or Frome. It's been taken by Davis. It's a poor one. It bounces out and it falls kindly here towards Togwell. Togwell trying to break for the ball over the top, looking for the run of Coles. Coles up against Knight. Knight gets there first, but Coles will chase her. He slips and he just manages to get it towards the goalkeeper. And Phillips clears well for Frome Town. It's a lovely clearance. Actually finds Davis on the halfway line. He's looking for a runner behind here. He's just played it back here to Brace, who plays the ball forward. It's cut out well by Josh Jackman on the far hand side. Brace wins the ball back, but it's coming through to Dobson. Dobson then finds Jackman. Jackman's little ball inside, finds Togwell. Togwell looking to spread the ball here to Nisbet inside the centre circle and plays it here towards Fraser. Got Warren Harris in front of him. Fraser's got time and space to bring this ball forwards actually and crosses first time. It's not the best of crosses. It's hooked clear in the end by Mapstone. It comes to Hemmings. Hemmings flicks the ball on. Nathan Smart gets there for the Rebels and then flicks his own ball on towards Warren Harris. Finds Nisbet. Nisbet in towards Coles. Coles holds the ball up and finds Warren Harris. Central position for them. Little challenge comes in, but it falls kindly here towards Fraser. Fraser gets it towards Dobson. Little 1-in-2 with Dobson. Gets the ball back. Does Dobson gets it onto his left foot. Looking for that shot. It's blocked on the edge of the 18-yard box. And it's really good defending there by Frome Town. And it was Ollie Knowles, the centre-back, with the block in the end there. And it's a throw to Slough on the far-hand side. Josh Chapman will come across to take this throw. And finds Togwell. Togwell flicking the ball on and chasing his own flick on down the far-hand side. Up against Griffiths. Holds the ball up well. Needs a bit of help. Comes in on the far-hand side from Dobson. Dobson's cross. Misses Coles. Comes almost broke for Warren Harris. Hooked clear in the end. And Ryan Bath. Great control of the ball just inside his own centre circle part of the pitch. He finds Davies. Davies has been chased here by Sean Fraser. It goes through to Hemmings. Hemmings will be chased down by Nisbet. Nisbet chasing along that back foot. Ball played forwards. He did cut out there by Nathan Smart, who can chip the ball forwards to Warren Harris. Harris turns, plays the ball forwards. Ricochets here towards Nisbet. Or Nisbet tries to find Warren Harris, but it's cut out by Knights, and Knights' ball flayed in. Lovely touch there by Brace into the path of Davies. Davies will try and find... it was Rains in towards Brace. Brace has got the ball now, and he's trying to cut inside past Josh Chapman. Chapman slips, comes here towards Miller. Miller with the ball back in here towards Brace. Brace 25 yards away from Hoover. Shakes a shot. Oh, and Chapman, it looked like an easy save, but it bounced just in front of him. He was stood up, and then he just came to drop the ball, and he managed to grab the ball just before a Frome Town player could get on to the end of that one. And it's a long kick here by Turner. Flicked on well by Nisbet in towards Coles. Coles has just got a couple of players near him. Nisbet's won it back here for Slough. He's got Dobson on the outside and finds Dobson. Dobson running down this left hand side. Crosses. It's taken a touch off Griffiths, and Phillips tries to keep it in. Well, that's a really strange decision by the referee there. He's given a foul against Perry Coles. Coles was chasing down with... And... Phillips was chasing the ball. Coles went with him, and Coles was obviously must have pushed him, I guess. But it was Phillips went down, and he, instead of being a corner to the Rebels, it's a free kick to Frome. It's a strange decision, but there you go. And long kick here by Phillips, comes off the feet of Day and finds Lynch. Lynch, he plays the ball out here towards Warren Harris. Sean Fraser actually. Fraser with the ball over top looking for Warren Harris. Mapstone will cut that well with a little cushion header here to Hemmings. Hemmings' little flick. Cut out well by Lynch, and it's come through though to Davies. Davies trying to flick the ball down. That's a good ball in. Bath holds the ball up well for Frome and then turns and flicks it out on the far hand side looking for Brace. Good football here by the home side. Brace trying to go past Josh Chapman. Chapman just gets back into position and holds him up. Ball in here towards Miller. And it's full fade in by Davies, and a slip by Slough. It's Bath who's got the ball on the about 25 yards away from goal. Then finds Hemmings. Hemmings will leave it for Griffiths, who's come forward a bit for Frome, and then Miller on the far hand side finds Brace on the right hand touchline. Gets a lovely little 1-2. Togwell with the challenge there, and it's a good challenge. Gets the ball, but can't keep it in. It's gone out of play for a throw to Frome, which is very difficult to say. It's a quick throw there, looking for Brace. Brace turns and manages to try and get past Josh Chapman. In fact, Chapman defends it really well. It's a great defending, but I thought it was a corner, to be honest. But the linesman said it came off the Frome Town player, and it's a goal kick. It was clearly a corner. Even with my dodgy eyes at my age, I could see that was a corner. But hey, the referee is always right, I've been told. So there you go. And it's going to be a goal kick here to the Rebels. 0-0 here at the Special Effects Stadium, as it's called. And it's also 0-0 in the other game between Redditch and Royston. As we wait for Turner to take this goal kick. It's not a good kick. It's gone all the way along the floor. Flicked on by Day. Then Nisbet with another flick on. Comes here into the centre towards Togwell. Togwell finds Dobson. Dobson finds Togwell running down the left-hand side. Togwell running down, trying to get across it. It's a good low cross. It's just skipped behind Coles. And Frome can clear on the far-hand side. The ball will come here to... Lynch has been adjudged to have fouled there. And he did pull him back. And it's well spotted by the referee. It is a foul to Frome. And it's a free kick to the home side, halfway inside their own half. Foul there by Matt Lynch, just pulled the player back, and correct decision by the referee. And it'll be a free kick that Phillips will take. Slough just warming up a couple of subs on the far hand side. This is not for any kind of tactical change. It must be just because it's a bit cold here. Long ball played here. Headed away well though by Warren Harris. Comes in towards Coles. Comes off the hand of Mapstone, but the referee doesn't see it. And it's won back here by Lynch. Finds Dobson. Dobson with Warren Harris screaming for the ball. Dobson though runs down the left hand side. He's got acres of space. Being chased here by Rains. Cuts inside Griffiths. Just a little push on the back of Rains there, and he won the ball back. And the referee saw it. Do you know what? That is really good refereeing, because it was a little push by Dobson. He cut inside the two players, but Rains was chasing back, got his body in there. There was a little push by Dobson, and correct decision by the referee. He's having quite a good game, even if he can't measure out 10 yards. So it's a free kick to the home side. It's just outside the penalty area to the right, and about 10 yards away from the corner flag, which Phillips takes and launches a long kick down the field. Well headed away though by Matt Day, only as far as Griffiths. Griffiths' first time ball will go all the way through to Jack Turner on the edge of his box. He has to come and clear it with his feet. Played in towards Nisbet. Nisbet gets the push in the back, but it's come and fallen here for Warren Harris. Harris just he needs a little bit of an option here. He's up against Ollie Knight. Knight just forcing him wide. Warren Harris trying to go past the outside. And that's really good defending by the left back there for Frome. He's won a throw off Warren Harris, and although it's deep inside their own half, it's good defending, and it's going to be he's gained another 5 yards here. This referee can't do anything. Flicked on well by Bath, only as far as Lynch. Lynch's ball is blocked. It will come out here towards Dobson in a central position. Finds Lynch. Lynch immediately got a man on. Finds Togwell though. Togwell's ball finds Warren Harris down his right hand side. Crosses first time, and again it comes off Knight for another corner to the Rebels. And again it will be Dobson that will come across to take this corner. Is it a corner? I'm not sure if it's a corner or a throw, to be honest. I think it's actually a throw right by the corner flag, actually. It's my apologies there. And it's taken by Sean Fraser. Ball whipped in by Dobson. Hooked clear in the end there by Mapstone. Bath will try and keep the ball in up against Nathan Smart. And he plays it off his own feet, and it's a throw to Slough. And Sean Fraser's come all the way back here to take this one for Slough. Still not much going on in this game. Ball played in, headed away though by Knight. Comes in towards Togwell. Togwell's ball inside finds Dobson. Dobson shoots from distance. It's a daisy cutter. It's well seen wide by the goalkeeper Phillips. And it's gone out of play for a goal kick. And Kyle Phillips just having a bit of banter with the Slough fans who have made the trip down here tonight. I'm not being funny, there really is only about 70 people here, and I would guess that half of those are Slough fans. Interesting to see what the gate attendance will be declared as tonight. As Phillips takes this goal kick, gets a real long kick on him. It's well won though by Matt Day, and Dobson can't win. It's won by Griffiths and finds Rains. Rains just runs into Togwell, but digs the ball out and finds Miller. Miller finds Brace on that far hand side. Miller trying to Brace cut inside. Miller, lovely little ball in here to Rains. Gets the ball back, and then Matt Day just stands there, and two people run into him. Ball still here with Frome. And it's with Griffiths who plays it back here towards Knowles. Knowles with the ball forward. It's been left, and Miller's almost through, and Jack Turner has to come racing out of to the edge of his box there to grab that ball there as Miller, who scored in the corresponding fixture earlier in this, earlier this year, to be honest. And has the ball here. Jack Turner plays the ball down. Dobson will try and flick the ball on here towards Coles. Coles is not getting much joy here against the massive defenders. Ball played forward, and Coles tries to see the ball in, but Nisbet's been robbed of it by Hemmings, who's come back. Hemmings looking for a free kick. Knowles has got it, chased down by Coles, and he's played the ball out. And I've jinxed it, haven't I? I've absolutely jinxed it. I said the referee's having a good game. He's just given a free kick for something that happened a good 30 seconds ago. And there you go. Commentator's curse for you. It will be a free kick here to the home side. Frome, halfway inside their own half. Phillips, the goalkeeper, comes to take this one, and he's got a good long kick on him as this goalkeeper. And again, played out to this far hand side where Bath tries to flick the ball on, but it'll come here to Nathan Smart. Smart's got plenty of room to bring the ball forwards here if he needs to. Fraser's just sat in, and his ball forward finds Togwell. Togwell in the centre, then spreads it out here towards Dobson. Dobson needs a little bit of help. Cuts inside. Got Togwell with him there. Ball just gets stuck in the mud. It comes through here towards Coles. Coles turns on the edge of the box and then dinks the ball out here towards Warren Harris. Harris is onside, plays the ball into the box, it's cut out well, and it's come out here again to Warren Harris, who's deep inside, trying to find Jackman on the far hand side. The ball's cleared by Griffiths in the end. It's out for a throw to the Rebels, but some good defending going on from Frome here. Slough just not getting any clear-cut chances in this game this evening, and Josh Jackman will have the throw. Just been told by the he lets the Frome Town player gain 5-10 yards on the throw, and then tells the Slough player he's got to go back 10 yards. Jackman with the throw on this far hand side in towards Warren Harris, who's on the left hand side. Jackman trying to play the ball in. It comes on the edge of the box here to Warren Harris. He gets the shot. It takes the defense. Oh, it's missing! Oh, he's done it again! Warren Harris! Everywhere when there isn't a camera, he scores an absolute cracker. Warren Harris. He's hit that one from round about 22 yards out. I think it takes a slight deflection. Phillips just looks at it. It hits the post on the far side and then goes back in across the goal. Slough with the lead, and it's Warren Harris, and it is on 35 minutes, that is, for the goal there. And what is it with Warren Harris lately, scoring cracking goals when there's no cameras? That will be one that he will treasure there. In fact, that is Warren Harris's 8th goal of the season, and Slough the 1-0 lead. Ball here with Knowles, plays the ball forward. Matt Day will headed this one away. Comes in here towards the captain Miller. Miller's ball in looking for Hemmings. Hemmings' first time touch. He gets the ball back with a lovely 1-2. Day dives in. Oh, it's a poor challenge by him. And Hemmings slides in, but Slough managed to clear on the far hand side. Dobson tries to keep it in, but can't. And it's not out of play. And again, Slough looking, well, they're asking the referee why don't they get a free kick after, because that's what the referee had just done before for Frome, where he let the play on, gave the advantage, there was no advantage, and he didn't play it back. And then, anyway, it's a throw on the far hand side. Griffiths takes it, headed away by Day, comes out here towards Hemmings. They're pinned in the Slough half at the moment. Oh, well intercepted by Nisbet, who plays the ball down the line looking for Coles. Coles just tries to flick it past Knowles, but Knowles just gets a foot there and plays it back towards the goalkeeper, Phillips. Phillips got plenty of time, he's under no pressure here at the moment. Coles almost playing as a virtual lone striker, with Nisbet just dropping down a little bit deeper here when Frome had the ball. Ball played forward, and crack of heads there, and the referee plays on. Hemmings chips the ball over, looking for Brace, headed away well by Jackman. Togwell gets there first for Slough, but it's one back. And then Slough win it back with a bit of luck there, and Togwell clears only as far as Knowles. Knowles takes it down and plays the ball forward, but it's one back here by Lynch, who slips in the mud. And it's come back here to Griffiths, and Slough say the ball gone out of play. The referee says no. It's Bell Fraser. Good header by him. Finds Coles. Coles now finds Warren Harris, scorer of that cracking goal. Oh, Mapstone does really well to win the ball and finds Davies. Davies in the centre circle. Plays the ball in here towards Bath. Bath holds it up, looking for the run. Two Slough players collide, and the ball will come here to Dobson. Dobson he's just run straight into Miller. Ball comes out here towards Togwell. Togwell, surely that's a foul, referee. And rightly so, the referee does put it back for a foul to Slough, for a foul on on Lee Togwell by the captain of Frome, George Miller. Slough with this 1-goal advantage here. You can just see Matt Lynch's dad just coming to sit in the stand here. And that Warren Harris beauty separates the two sides. Ball played forward, headed away here by Griffiths, halfway inside the half, in towards Brace. Brace up here against Chapman. Chapman does well to rob him and then gets fouled. He's looking for a free kick and wins a free kick. And it's about 10 yards inside the Frome half, won by Josh Jackman. Good afternoon, good evening to Roy Hazeldine. Hopefully that's how you pronounce it. And it's going to be a free kick that Matt Day will go across to take. And he just throws it. I think he's trying to find a blade of grass that isn't a divot to take the free kick from. And he's going to hit this one with a little bit of power. Nisbet's in there. It's headed away though well by Hemmings. Comes to Dobson. Dobson flicks the ball back in the box. Cole's beaten to the ball by two tall players, but it comes out here towards Dobson. Hits it. It's well blocked. Comes out towards Togwell. Now Togwell plays the ball. Headed away by Knight. Comes on the edge here towards Davies. Davies just turns into Togwell. One back by Warren Harris. Finds Coles! It's Coles! Perry Coles! He's in the goals! Perry Coles! It's 2-0 to the Rebels! It's a shot from around about 16 yards, just on the edge of the area. He's hit it hard and low. It just came to him. Nice little pass inside by Togwell. And that is Perry Coles with the goal. And that's goal number 4 for the season for Perry Coles, and that gives Slough 2-0 advantage here on 39 minutes. And something's obviously happening to the Slough side here. They're not used to scoring 2 goals against Frome, especially not away. But they've done it here tonight with 2 very good finishes. Great finish by Perry Coles. He just hit it hard, and very much like you see a George Wells strike. Hit it hard, low, into the corner. Phillips couldn't get near it. Kick-off's been taken, and the ball's won back already by Slough with Dobson. Finds Coles on the far-hand side, and he just runs into the captain Miller, gets a throw-in on the far-hand side, and Slough will just take their time here on the as we're into the final 7 minutes of the first half here. Josh Jackman will go across to take the throw. Just been handed the ball there on the far hand side by Mr. Wells, and Jackman takes the throw, flicks on well by Coles, looking for a free kick, and wins a free kick for holding here by the Frome Town right back Griffiths. It's a free kick. It's a little bit close to the sideline, but it's about 18 yards on level with the 18-yard line, but quite close to the sideline, and it looks like Lynch will be the player that goes across to take this free kick for Slough. Lynch's dad is just getting, he's just got his perfect position to see the goal, so he's expecting something here. He's just left his seated area, he's expecting something. It's going to be Matt Lynch just cleaning his boots on the far hand side to take this one for Slough. And Slough a bit of movement, it's whipped in, headed on to the far post. It comes here towards Jackman. Jackman just eases the ball out towards Warren Harris. Harris trying to go around, gets his shot in, but it's blocked. Ball ricochets kindly to him. He keeps the ball in, tries to play it off for a corner, wins the ball back, but then it's won back here by Rains. Rains chases. Josh Jackman just gets in the way there, wins the ball back. Good play there by Josh Jackman. In towards Togwell. Togwell chipping the ball. Jackman stays up forwards for this ball. On the right. Oh, cuts inside beautifully past Hemmings. Gets into the box. He shoots. It's a good save, but it's poked wide in the end. It's still in play actually. Ball's here with Knight. Jackman chases it down. Comes through to Togwell. Togwell cushion header. Oh, he just can't keep it in. That was seriously good play by Josh Jackman on the far hand side, covering from left back. And I tell you what, Nisbet is actually filled in at left back until he gets into position. Ball played in, headed away by Togwell. Coles will try and get there. Oh, it just ricochets off the back of Mapstone. Mapstone's still got it, being chased down. Oh, he turns well, does Mapstone. Chips the ball here towards Miller. Oh, Miller gives it away to Warren Harris. Now on the attack here, in with Dobson. Oh, Dobson's heavy touch. Nisbet still filling in as left back. Ball here with Miller. Plays the ball forwards, looking for Davies. Fraser gets in there with a challenge. Ball comes through to Mapstone, looking for. Oh, Nisbet almost takes it off Hemmings, but Hemmings turns and then finds Griffiths on the far hand side. The right back brings the ball forwards 20-30 yards here down this right hand side and finds Brace. Brace trying to cut inside past Jackman, slips past his challenge, but then Lynch comes across to win the ball for Slough and played forwards, but it's gone straight out of play and it's out for a throw to the home side, and Griffiths, the right back, goes across to take this. And in fact, the referee just telling him to go back a few yards, and he takes it quickly and finds Hemmings. Hemmings just goes it back out towards Griffiths, who hits it in first time, looking for Bath. Bath trying to flick the ball on, it comes over the head. Nathan Smart just chases the ball, always going back across his own byline there, clears the ball in the end and finds Warren Harris. Harris with a just gives the ball away here to Rains. Rains just being forced back and finds Knight, the left back, in the forward position. His ball in, turned. Stupid woman in the way. Just stand there, it's alright. And can't see. Ball comes out here towards Hemmings. Hemmings trying to release Miller with the ball, but it's cleared by Slough. And Perry Cole's trying to hold the ball up and does well to win it. Comes out though to Knight. Plays the ball forwards. Underneath it is Miller. Played through here looking for Davis. Davis trying to get past Fraser. And they're looking for a foul. That is good defending in the end by Sean Fraser. He just gets caught by. He gets his body inside of Davies just as he was trying to get goalward bound, just gets enough on it, and it's gone back towards Jack Turner and Slough goal. Got about 2.5 minutes plus whatever the referee here adds on today, but the ball's in the hands of Jack Turner. Slough this 2-goal lead, and long ball forwards here played here for Nisbet. Nisbet lets the ball come down. It's cleared by Knight, who blasts the ball straight down the field. It's still in play, is it? And Turner will keep it in on the far hand side and trying to race into his own penalty area from a distance, chased down by Bath, but Bath can't get there quick enough. And it's Jack Turner with the ball in his hands. And a huge kick here by Turner, looking for Coles, who's underneath it. Beaten to the ball by Knowles, and it comes out here towards Brace. Brace finds Hemmings. He's trying to quick ball forward, looking for the run of Rains. Stays there for Slough and plays the ball forwards. Warren Harris flicks the ball on well, but no one was gambling on it. Nisbet puts his hands up to say, yeah, my fault. Chipped forwards. Davies heads the ball on into the path of Bath with a little scorpion kick back here towards Miller. Miller plays the ball forward, looking for brace on the far hand side, but Jack Turner will just keep the ball in on the far hand side, and it's a goal. He'll kick that from his hands. And it's going to be Jack Turner. There's a pillar, put a pillar in the way. Jack Turner's got the ball in his hands here for the Rebels inside his box. Just throws the ball a couple of yards outside, waits for Bath to chase him down, plays the ball forwards. It's a good ball headed away by Miller, comes to this near hand side where Davies will keep the ball in for Frome, hits it straight at Warren Harris, and Harris plays it in now towards Nisbet. Nisbet plays it back towards Warren Harris. That was the wrong choice to make, but Ollie Knight under pressure. Warren Harris has stolen it off him in the corner, runs down the byline, plays it back in. Nisbet can't get there. It comes through to Dobson, who shoots. It's blocked by Knowles, and then Cales can't get the ball in. It'll come out on the far hand side to Togwell. Will he let it go out for a throw? He will. Dobson had his shot blocked there really well by Knowles, and Slough again doing well, but Warren Harris brilliant down that right hand side, tricks past Knight in the corner, and it's a quick throw here by Dobson in towards Chapman. Chapman gets it back towards Dobson, finds Togwell in towards Chapman. Chapman inside the box on this left hand side, needs a bit of help. It comes out from Nisbet. Nisbet then finds Togwell. Togwell crosses first time. Coles tries to get there first. It will be won back here by Nathan Smart. Smart just eases his man off the ball, chips the ball forward, looking for Coles. Coles chips it into the path for Warren Harris. Harris he chips it in a little bit behind Nisbet, who made a good run into the box, and then it's cleared well by Griffiths, and it's a really good clearance. Finds Rains with the ball in towards Ryan Bath. Bath trying to run past a couple of players. Matt Day's gone with him, stays with him, and holds him up there. Good defending by Matt Day, but Bath turns and then plays the ball on the far hand side, but Josh Jackman's there for Slough to clear the ball, and it's a good clearance down here for Dobson. Dobson's got Coles in the middle, just the two of them up front for Slough. Dobson will go it alone, will he? He's going to hit it with some power. It hits Knowles and goes out for a corner to the Rebels. We're into added time on here in the first half, and Slough have a corner, and it's going to be Matt Lynch who'll come across to take this corner for Slough. Should be the last action of this first half. We haven't had any injuries or anything, so Matt Lynch has been told by the referee to hurry up and get into that corner. And it'll be an in-swinging corner here for the Rebels here. Matt Lynch to take this one. And they haven't sent Matt Day forwards for this one, so just Nathan Smart and Nisbet in the box here. Poor Slough goes in towards the goalkeeper, and the good catch by the goalkeeper. And there you go. Told you it was be the last action of the first half. It's half time here at the Special Effects Stadium, home of Frome Town Football Club, where the half time score. And yes, you're going to hear this right. Frome 0, Slough Town 2. Slough are winning at Frome. So that doesn't happen very often. In fact, the previous game in the season where Slough won 2-1 earlier in this year actually was the first time that Slough had beaten Frome since 1980. So they're looking for 2 wins in a row here, and they've got a 2-0 lead. First goal from Warren Harris, hit it from around about 23, 24 yards out. I think it maybe took a little deflection, hit the upright and came across the goal, and went into the back of the net to give Slough that lead on 35 minutes. And then Perry Coles with a great finish, low down past the goalkeeper's outstretched arms into the bottom of the net. It means that Slough lead here at Frome Town. It's 2-0 to the Rebels. So there you go. Join us for the second half. We'll try and find you some half-time scores, and then we've got some pumping tunes out on the thing here. I better not sing actually, because last time we keep singing we get told off by YouTube Music. Better not do that again. So it's there you go. So a lot of you having a good chat on the chat page there. Good evening to Neil Humphrey. There you go. So we're going on. Lots of you having a chat on there. Gary Thomas is on there. Good evening, Gary. Hope you and your kids are well, and your wife, obviously. Not trying to exclude anyone, but there you go. And there you go. So it's now with this lead here at half time, in front of the lowest crowd I have ever seen, virtually. Really, you're interested to see what the attendance is here tonight. There you go. So there you go. Freddie wants to know if I've got any half-time quizzes. I don't, but I can make something up surely at half-time. What can I find for you to make up for you without people cheating? I don't know. Let's have a look at what we can find for you on some quizzes for you. Let's give me 2 seconds. I'll see if we can find you a half-time quiz. We had one on Monday, and let's see what we can find. I don't know if I can find anything. I'm not very good at this kind of stuff. Sorry, singing isn't my fortitude, as you can obviously tell. Very much like my commentary. So there you go. We're going to find you a. Okay, so I'm going to give you a little quiz. It's not football related, unfortunately. In 1988, which British soap opera ended after 24 years and 4,510 episodes? Don't cheat and look it up. There you go. So I'm going to see if I can find you something else as well to say that. What else have we got? It's coming up to the Grand National, isn't it? So there you go. We're going to give you another quiz. What was the name of the horse that won the 1981 Grand National, ridden by Bob Champion? Bob Champion was a guy who had suffered cancer. He'd had been plagued with injury problems, as most jockeys are, but he won the Grand National on a horse. What is the name of that horse? There you go. That's question number 2. I haven't got a prize, and you're all going to be cheating anyway, so it's not really going to make that much of a difference. I'm going to see if I can find you a third and final question, and we'll go with the TV theme, and one for Mr. House. I know he'll get the answer to this. What in 2015 on this day, what TV program returned as a remake of a 1960s version? And there you go. I will tell you those answers in a second if I can remember what the questions were. I've forgotten what they were now. I should have just written the answers down. I should prepare a half-time quiz more often, shouldn't I? I know the answers. That's right. Panic over. Don't worry. I know the answers now. It's okay. So, which TV? Oh, look at you. You've all got Crossroads. Well done. Rebel and Colin Davies have got the answer right. And I've forgotten what the last question. Oh yeah, which TV programme from the 1960s was remade and aired today for the first time in 2015? That's there you go. Prisoner Cell Block H isn't the right answer, Mr. Thomas. It's a good try though. But there you go. So there you go. It's Mr. House will know the answer. That's, if you know Mr. House will know the answer for you. We're going to try and find you the half-time scores from some of the other games. You're almost really watching Liverpool Man City anyway, so you mostly don't need the half-time scores. So I can tell you that in the other game in the Southern Premier League this evening, it is Royston 0-0 away to Redditch. So stays like that. That will make a bigger gap for the Rebels in between those teams fighting for the playoff. It will help to secure that playoff things. I do like this DJ, man. He's playing some Def Leppard now. I'm well into this. If it wasn't for the fact that I get in trouble with YouTube, I'd sing along for you, just as some fun. And the Frome Town Twitter seems to think they're a little bit unlucky to be 2 down, but they haven't had a shot of any difference note on the thing there. I will come through with the answer to that question on the TV programme, if I can remember what the question was. I will. Oh my word! What's going on in the? I think if you're all watching the Champo League, my word, what's going on? Seems to be something going on. It's Liverpool 3, Manchester City 0. What's going on? There's somebody going, "Oh, I've recorded that. I'm too busy watching First Dates, you know." Or what's tonight for EastEnders? You're all watching EastEnders, aren't you? It's must be some kind of hour-long special or something or other. That's why you couldn't come here tonight. So other scores around: Celtic are drawing 0-0 with Dundee. Barcelona are 1-0 up against Roma. Just for those of you interested, Waltham Abbey 0, Haringey Borough 0. Guernsey 3, Faversham 1. Thamesmead Town 1, Shoreham 0. Cambridge City have got a game on. I can't believe they're at home. I thought the ground was underwater from what someone has said. Cambridge City 0, Kempston Rovers 1. And all the other games seem to be postponed, including the big freebet.com Challenge Cup final, which has been postponed between Hitchin and Didcot. That's the second time that's been postponed. So there you go. Don't know what's going on. Maybe they don't want to play the final. Scott's hopes. What are you lot chatting about on this thing? Yes, right. So Mr. Thomas wants to put some tunes on. I think we've got to go a bit of rock and roll and a bit cheesy. We haven't got many. I'm just trying to watch what the Slough Town substitutes do. Now I got a funny feeling that this is an Adam Logie kind of thing, but there used to be They used to have a competition. They're aiming from the Slough Town substitutes are on the goal line, in the goal, and they're trying to curl the ball and hit the corner flag. Now that was Scott Davies who just had a goal, and this is Manny Williams, he's having a go. Oh no, it's Juxie first. Juxie, no, nowhere near it. No. Manny's there as well. Manny's going to come up with this one. So I think they're trying. It's kind of like a foot golf tournament, but they made it up themselves. Manny Williams will have a go to try and get the corner flag out. No, he isn't going to have a go. And I think it's George Wells is the last one to chip it forwards. I'm not sure if they've got 5 balls, and I don't know what they're doing, but they're having some kind of fun. Anyway, I'll give you the answer to the quiz question. Right, music recommendations. I think we've got to go Wigfield, Saturday night. A bit of rock and roll, bit of Def Leppard, Bon Jovi, that kind of stuff. Gary, come on, we'll get Arbor Park rocking. Is what we want to do. So there you go. So it's I'm just what are they doing now? They're making their own foot golf tournament up, and then they're just kicking the ball towards the centre circle. And I think they're going to try and chip the ball into the back of the net from there. It's obviously that the subs here are slow bored, but there you go. So I don't know what they're doing. They're having some kind of competition. So yes, the TV programme. How far away from? We've got a couple of minutes yet. You still got to guess the FC video. Good try. It wasn't Likely Lads. It's on this day. It was relaunched. The first airing 2015. It's a 1960s classic. It's a 1960s classic. It was remade, and I could give you a clue. They're just having this kickabout here, and I think I don't know what these substitutes do. I think they're all on something. They're going a bit crazy. There you go. We've got a couple of minutes anyway. Good evening to Richard Visler who's listening, and I really don't know what the Slough subs are doing. Slough players just coming out for the start of the second half. Anyway, I can tell you that over the form guide over the last 6 games, Frome don't actually have that bad a record. They've won 2, drawn 1 and lost 3. They've only scored 8 and they've let in 11. They've beaten Kings Lynn and Merthyr in those games. Slough's last 6, 5 of them away obviously. 1, 4, drawn 1 and lost 1, scoring 15 and conceding 6. I really don't know what there must be something going on with these guys, and it's crazy. I will give you the answer to the quiz though, because if I don't, I'm going to forget all about it. But in 2015, on this day, a 1960s programme was remade and aired for the first time. It was, of course, Thunderbirds Are Go. How did you not get that? I thought it was really easy. But there you go. I don't think did we have any winners? Mr. House has asked, is this the place where we got cut off because of the Beatles records? It is. Unfortunately, you have to be very careful. Unfortunately, YouTube have a thing where if they hear any music in the background, they block your broadcast. Fortunately, not while we're doing it, or at least I hope that's not the case, because I'm sure you'd tell me. Yes. So when we leave, we'll have to double check that we haven't broken their rules. But you can remove the songs anyway, so you can get past it nowadays. But yes, there you go. And you lot are having a bit of fun on the old chat update comment thing, whatever you want to call it thing, and some of you being very mean to people. So yes, we've got a couple of Slough players already out for the start of the second half. I forgot to stop the stopwatch. That's clever of me. And let's do that. Oh, I don't know. It's so dark, I've forgotten now. I can't even see the stopwatch. So, I'm going to do this. I can't even see what it says on the stopwatch to say it. Give me a second here. I'm trying to sort. It's because it's so. There's no light. I can't see what the time says. That's right. I got it. My fat fingers is the problem. So there we go. It looks like both teams are going to be out for the start of the second half quite early here. Just a reminder, up and coming fixtures for the Rebels over these next few weeks. Saturday again is an away game. It's away to Stratford Town. It's a 3 o'clock kickoff. Please look at the Supporters Trust details website for details of the coach to there. Then again, we're away again on the Tuesday, the 10th of April. We're away to Biggleswade Town. That's a 7:45 kickoff. Then on the Saturday, the 14th of April, we are at home to Kings Lynn. That'll be another home game. Then after that, we are away to Hitchin on the 16th of April. That is the Monday evening. Slough will be away there. That's a 7:45 kickoff. And then Slough will be on home on the 18th of April, which is a Wednesday. That will be the Berks and Bucks Cup semi-final game. So Slough will be hosting that on that day. So those are your up-and-coming fixtures for the Rebels. Some of the Slough fans are trying to make their way around. I don't think you can actually get around that way. And he's a proper. He's got that proper DJ kind of kind of thing going on. So we look like we're going to get started for a second. We're going to see if there's any substitutions for you. Doesn't look like it at the moment. Can't see any boards being up. So the starting 11s for both sides. For the home side, Frome Town in goal is Kyle Phillips. 2, Ben Griffiths. Is 3 is Ollie Knight. 4, Ollie Knowles. 5, Marcus Mapstone. 6 is Chaz Hemmings. 7, John Davies. 8 is the captain, George Miller. 9, Ryan Bath. 10, Joe Rains. And 11 is Josh Brace. For the Rebels, Jack Turner in goal. 2, Sean Fraser. 3, Josh Chapman. 4 is Matt Day. 5, Nathan Smart. 6 is Lee Togwell. 7, James Dobson. 8, Matt Lynch. 9, Perry Coles. 10, the captain, Mark Nisbet. And 11 is Warren Harris. Those are your starting 11 for the... And finally, he's finished. And Slough will have the kick-off. The Slough fans making their way round to the seats behind the goal on that far hand side, and Frome immediately played the ball deep down to the Slough half, and Slough will just see the ball out for the first throw of the second half. And Sean Fraser will take it halfway inside his own half on the far hand side. And it's Fraser with this throw. In here, it's one back here by Lynch, but it comes off comes off Knight for a throw to the Rebels. And it's a couple of about 10 feet inside the Slough half. Again, Fraser with this throw, plays the ball in. It's headed on by Lynch, trying to find Coles. It's hooked clear in the end by Mapstone. Only finds Nisbet. Nisbet's ball back in, finds Warren Harris. Harris now finds Coles on the far hand side. Coles tries to get a cross in, and it's come into the arms of Phillips, low down on the edge of his penalty, edge of his byline, and grabs the ball at the feet of Mark Nisbet. And Phillips has the ball in his hands to launch a long kick. It's a huge kick down the field. It's easily won by Matt Lynch. His header will try and find Coles. It comes off the back of Mapstone, and it puts Knight under a bit of pressure. He clears down the line. It comes out of play for a throw to Slough, and a good 20 feet inside the Frome half. And again, Sean Fraser taking it down this near hand side. His throw comes in, turned by Nisbet. Kind of gets the ball back here, and he comes through. He shoots from distance. It's more of a... I'm not sure if it's a shot or a cross there, but it has gone out of play and gone out for a goal kick. And early days of this second half yet, and it's a goal kick here to Frome Town, and Phillips, the goalkeeper, will take this one. And Josh Chapman is clearly the dirtiest footballer in terms of kit in this second half. As the ball comes through to Bath. Bath just plays it the wrong way. Chased down by Nisbet. It comes and takes a deflection here and finds Dobson. Dobson keeps the ball in, then cuts inside. Still running with the ball here. Plays the ball in here towards Nisbet. Nisbet gives it back to him. It's a little bit behind him, but Dobson just gets his body in the way and tries to turn past Miller. plays the ball down, but it's come out here by Griffiths. His ball played in, finds Bath. Bath gets a second chance to take it, but Lynch gets his body in the way and then gets caught there by Bath, and that'll be a free kick to the Rebels. And Matt Lynch trying to match Josh Jackman in the fact they're the dirtiest kit of the day competition. And Slough will have a free kick just inside their own half, couple of feet, and it's going to be Matt Day who will take this one. Again, he's trying to find a blade of grass. There's so many divots on this pitch. It's so difficult to get it fixed when the weather's so bad. Day plays the ball into the box. It's Nisbet trying to head the ball back here towards Dobson. Oh, Dobson nutmegs Griffiths, but it comes through here towards Knowles. And Knowles under pressure clears. It goes back out of play. And out of play for a throw to Slough. Around about 25 yards from the Frome Town goal. They take it quickly here with Matt Day. And Day plays the ball in, trying to find Nisbet. Nisbet trying to shield the ball towards Coles. Coles tries to get it. Oh, ball bounces towards Nisbet, but the linesman on the far hand side says it's offside, and it'll be a free kick to Frome. So, second half started with Slough again on the front foot. And it's going to be Phillips to take this free kick just on the edge of his 18-yard box. Long kick by him, and it'll be Matt Day that wins the ball, but it bounces off the back of Hemmings, but Slough poke the ball through. Three Slough players have the ball. It's here with Day, who just plays the ball out of play for a throw to Frome. Lots of shouting going on here by Matt Day, organising this side. Plays the ball on. Have you brought me a cup of tea? Oh, thank you, so kind. I've been brought a cup of tea by the nice people here at Frome. Can you get past? So the ball's here with Nisbet down this near hand side. Cuts the ball in towards Dobson on the overlap. Breaks inside the box. Crosses deep to on the far hand side. It's got too much on it, and it rolls out of play there. Thank you very much for that. And I can't believe I've just been brought a cup of tea by the Frome board member. There you go. That's very nice of them. And we'll even let them have no points tonight. That's how kind we'll be. So there you go. I'm going to drink that now. I'll try and not tip it all over myself. It's going to be a goal kick here for Phillips to take. And it's Phillips who takes this long kick down the field. It's going to be won by Hemmings, flicks the ball on, headed away by Togwell, only as far as Hemmings, who plays it back here towards Knowles. Knowles immediately under pressure, gives the ball away here to Lynch. Lynch just battling with Hemmings, and Hemmings dives in with a challenge. He's won the ball according to the referee. Ball's here with Knight, runs and plays it down, and it hits Warren Harris on the far hand side. I hope it's tea and not coffee. Oh, it's tea. If it had been coffee, that would have been a waste of time, because I don't do coffee. It's a throw to Slough on the far hand side, and just bear with me a second while Knight takes this throw. Only as far as Togwell. Togwell plays it over, looking for Coles to chase, and Mapstone comes across for Frome and plays it down. It's kept in though by Warren Harris, and it finds here to Dobson. Dobson trying to flick the ball through, but it comes off the leg of the defending Frome Town player, and it's gone out of play for a throw to Slough on the far hand side. We've played coming up to 6 minutes of the second half. Still Slough just 2-0 lead here at the moment, and the ball comes in quickly to find Nisbet. It's for Warren Harris, Sean Fraser, chipping the ball in. Warren Harris has got it inside the penalty, just loses the ball. Hooked clear by Frome, only as far as Josh Chapman. Plays the ball in first time, smashed clear though on the volley by Knowles. Only comes through to Day. Day just runs through, takes it down on his belly. He then goes to go past a couple of players. Ball's here with Lynch. Lynch doing well to turn, plays it back here to Sean Fraser. Fraser takes the touch and then puts the ball into the box, but no one will run onto it, and it goes safely through into the arms of the Frome Town goalkeeper. Turner just organising his back four here. It's good to see some shouting going on from the Slough Town side. A bit of organisation, and it's Phillips who has the ball, dropped it just outside of his penalty area here, and plays a long ball down the field. It's headed away by Day again. Comes into the centre here towards Togwell. Togwell trying to chip the ball in for the run of Dobson, but Dobson had cut inside, and it's easily taken down here by Griffiths, who plays the ball forwards. Miller tries to flick the ball on. It comes in here towards Brace, but Togwell gets his body in the way, but Miller's there for Frome to win it back. He's just being forced under pressure. Hemmings ships the ball forwards here. Oh, Bath will try and get through. No, Smart gets his body in the way. It's blocked by Slough. It comes through to Matt Day, who hammers the ball onto the roof of our stand here. And that'll go into the road, and it's out for a throw to Slough. No nonsense. Defending there by Matt Day. It was a good chip ball. They're trying to find Bath, who turned Nathan Smart, but Smart got his body in the way. And it's blocked and out for a throw. And Griffiths has come to take this throw on this near hand side. Tony, the ball boy, is just walking past. And the ball comes in here towards Bath, who holds the ball, tries to turn. Slides past the challenge, gets caught by Matt Lynch, and it's a free kick to the home side here. And it's 25 yards away, again level with the tram line of the 18-yard box. And it's going to be Davies, the player, who will stand over this free kick for the home side. And a two-man wall for the Rebels. Referee just telling them to keep their arms down. In fact, it's got to be 28 yards away from the goal because they're standing on the 18-yard box. So there you go. Davies is the player to take this free kick for Frome. Whips it in with a bit of pace. And it goes. Oh, what a save by Jack Turner! That is a stunning save. I think he's hurt himself in the end as well. Turner's down injured on the floor. I'm just trying to see if he turns around who the save was from. I think it was from Rains. Turn around so I can see a number. It was Rains. Rains gets his head to the ball. He just guides it into the corner, top corner of the goal. An outstretched arm by Jack Turner. That, I tell you what, that is an absolutely stunning save. If there had been cameras down here, FC Video, where were you? Come on, come to away games. That was a fantastic save. He's down injured at the moment, is Jack Turner. But honest to God, it's very difficult to describe, but that is a top class save from the Slough Town goalkeeper, and it's out for a corner, but he's getting some treatment here at the moment. So it'll be an in-swinging corner when it does come in on the far hand side, and Turner's back to his feet. I think he just, as he landed, he just caught himself on the bottom of the post, but he seems to be okay, and it will be a corner to come in on the far hand side here for Frome. He hits high into the night sky, goes to the back post where Bath keeps the ball in here, and he's up against Dobson of all people, turns him well, gets a low cross and it comes across the box, hooked clear by Slough in the end, and then breaks through on the far hand side here to Davis, hits his ball straight at Nisbet, and then cleared by Fraser, trying to find Warren Harris. Harris beaten to the ball by Knight. It comes through and it's played forwards here for Warren Harris to chase on the far hand side. Griffiths comes across and he has to play the ball out. Warren Harris will let the ball go out for a throw, and Slough tried to hit on the corner there, and it's a throw to Slough halfway inside the Frome Town half. And come on, FC Video, you should have come down. FC Video are terrible. They've missed two cracking goals by Warren Harris in the last couple of weeks, and a great save by Jack Taylor. Come on, let's all badger FC Video to come to away games. That's what we want. Ball's been headed out here by Frome. Comes onto the edge where Nisbet plays the ball, and it's a shot by Dobson. It's a bit of a lazy shot. He just hits it first time, and it goes out of play for a goal kick. So come on, everyone look at FC Video. You can email them as well, and when they come down to the home games, you can just come and chat to the two nice guys that come and do it, and just say, please come to away games next season. What happens if we get to the playoff final? Are you guys not coming down? I don't know. Phillips with the goal kick. It's only comes as far as Nisbet. His header skews off the side here to Knight. Knight tries to play the ball down. It's well closed down by Matt Lynch, who's chasing the ball into the corner here. And it'll be a throw to Frome on the halfway line. Reddish have just taken the lead against Royston. Reddish 1, Royston 0. Ball played in here towards Brace, but he's lost it, and Sean Fraser lets the ball go out of play for a throw to the Rebels. As we've 11 minutes into the second half here, still Slough with this 2-goal lead. 2 goals in the first half as Fraser takes this throw. It's been flicked on well by Lynch, trying to find Nisbet down the far hand side. It's gone high into the night sky. It's gone over the big new stand on the far hand side and out for a throw to Slough Town. It's a nice cup of tea as well. The throw comes in from Fraser. It's held up well by Lynch in the corner there. Tries to get across and it's been blocked. Comes through to Mapstone, who's been forced wide by Coles. He clears and it comes off and goes out for a throw to Slough. And no Guy Hollis or Scott Davies on the pitch here tonight, so no long throw coming in for the Rebels. It's going to be Sean Fraser to take the throw. Throws it short here towards Warren Harris, gives it back towards Fraser, back here towards Warren Harris. Harris trying to make a bit of space, gives it to Lenz, trying to play the ball down. It's come a touch off the Frome Town player, and it's out for the first corner of the second half for the Rebels. And Dobson is the player that's going to take it. Matt Day and Nathan Smart going up. The Slough fans making a lot of noise behind that seated goal. Behind that stand there is a stand with loads of seats. They're starting loads of different songs. What's going on with them tonight? It's going to be an in-swinging corner here from James Dobson. As he just hits it. Oh, it's a great free kick. Oh, well taken by the goalkeeper, just underneath his crossbar there. That's a good take there. Good free kick from Dobson. And Phillips tries to get Frome on the attack. Togwell's there, though, for Slough. And it comes through, though, to Miller. Perry Coles chases it down and wins it back in towards Warren Harris. Chipping the ball over, looking for the run of Dobson. Well headed away, though, by Knight. And Mapstone with some tricks trying to keep the ball away from Coles. And it comes off Coles last and is out of play for a throw to Frome, level with the 18-yard box in their own half. And it's going to be Knight, the left back, who goes across to take this throw. And it's a throw aimed at Bath, but well won by Warren Harris, and finds Coles. Coles trying to chip the ball forwards here for Nisbet, of all people, to chase up against Mapstone. Mapstone does well to clear. Only comes off the head of Lench, and then Fraser jumps into the player, wins the ball at the second attempt with sticks a leg out. Coles will chase the ball down on the far hand side, and it comes on the far hand side here towards Warren Harris. Little slip ball inside towards Coles, trying to play it into Warren Harris. Harris was offside when he received the ball, and it's a free kick to the home side. So 14 minutes gone of this second half. Not much to talk about apart from that stunning save by Jack Turner in the Slough goal. From the header from Joe Rains, I think it was, and the ball's been played forwards here, bouncing around. Slough hooks the ball clear with Fraser, comes forwards here, and Day tries to get there. Nathan Smart has to come across, and Day slips. It will come through to Josh Chapman, who slips as he plays the ball, and it's a chance here for Brace to try and get in there. Oh, Matt Day makes a superb recovery, clears the ball here for Dobson to chase down this left-hand side, but it will just run out of play, and Matt Day does really well to get back to his feet there and clear that one in the end. And I tell you what, he's just what Slough need. He's barking orders at the rest of his team. And he's not just barking, he's barking sensible orders as well. Griffiths with the throw on this far hand side. Doesn't come off Matt Day's just coming. Blue ball. And it's Josh Chapman with the throw. Takes it quickly towards Dobson. Dobson flicking the ball on to Nisbet. Nisbet trying to head it on and finds Coles. Coles flicks it in towards Warren Harris. Harris, just beaten to the ball by Hemmings. And it breaks here to Knight. Knight running down this near hand side. Pull ball by him. It's Fraser who plays it. Hits Davies, who tries to keep it in on the far hand side. Runs straight into Sean Fraser. Tries to go past and wins a free kick as two Slough players come into him. And it's a free kick to Frome, just a couple of yards inside their own half. Brace is in a lot of space here on this left hand side, and Chapman just keeping an eye on him. The ball's played forwards here though, looking for the run of Joe Rains, and it's Nathan Smart who's gone with him here. Smart does really well, wins the ball here and finds Sean Fraser. Fraser's ball looking for Coles. Coles beaten to the ball by the giant Mapstone, but Mapstone can only head the ball out of play, and it's a throw to the Rebels. And Banbury are winning their Oxfordshire Senior Cup semi-final, 1-0 against Kidlington. Both of the sides we've played already this season. As the ball's played in, looking for Lynch from the throw, but it's flicked on here by Rains, and the ball will go out of play for a throw to Slough. And it's on the halfway line here in this second half. As the ball's thrown in, headed away by Hemmings, comes out of play for a throw to Slough. He gained about 10 yards with that throw. And I'm not sure what the referee is. He's just having a word with the Frome Town number 9, Ryan Bath. I don't know if it's something that he said. Is he going to book him? I think he's just having a long conversation with him about where he just ran into the corner there and didn't give the ball back, but there you go. And the ball's played in, headed away though by Hemmings. Still comes to the edge of the box where Davies clears the ball, finds Rains. Rains trying to skip past Togwell on the far hand side, finds Ryan Bath. Bath just caught, but Rains runs through and keeps hold of the ball, trying to play it into the path of Davies. It comes through to him, he chips the ball in, some great defending. And I tell you who it was Josh Jackman with the defending. It was a free play, it was Brace who was trying to run through. Davies tried to play it into the path of Brace. Brace was free in the centre, but Josh Jackman comes across. It's a stunning block for Slough, and it's out for a corner. Good evening to Fitzroy Brown, who's a little bit late coming on. What have you been up to, Fitzroy? That's not good enough. If you're watching the football, you should at least have us on at the same time. There's a corner in the end here to Frome on the far hand side. Davies will go across to take this one. Slough just watching as the runs come in. Davies flicks this ball in. It's a good run. Comes all the way across the goal. It's come a touch off the Frome Town player. It's gone out of play for a goal kick. And Slough got away with one there. That was a good corner from Davies. And it just came off I think it was Brace who was the player. It hit on the foot and just skewed wide of the goal. We played coming up to 18 and a half minutes here of this second half. Still no attendance figure given here tonight, but I'll be surprised if it's not on a bingo board. Anyway, long kick here by Turner. Nisbet falls, comes through to Day, in here towards Hemmings. Hemmings launches the ball high up into the night sky. Bath's underneath it, gets a touch to it. Togwell gets a second bite of the ball, but it comes here towards Brace. Finds Rains. Rains just turns, slows the game up and finds Hemmings here. Hemmings in a bit of space, hits it straight at Matt Lynch, gets a second chance and finds Knowles. Knowles with the ball forward, intercepted well by Togwell. Togwell can run with the ball here, spreads it out here to Warren Harris, scorer of the first goal here for the Rebels this evening. It's got Perry Coles on the outside, slips it into Coles, but Coles is offside, and I'm quite surprised at that because I could clearly see that Coles had halted his run. In fact, he's won a free kick. Which is quite surprising because the linesman clearly flagging on the far side for offside. It's a free kick, and I think Davies has said something, or is it Knight? I think it is. He said something. It's actually Ollie Knight, the left back, and the referee has just told him if you carry on saying that you're going to get a yellow card. Well, he said to him, "You're a nice lad," but he didn't. He just told him just to calm down a little bit. And Slough have a free kick around about 30 yards away from goal, quite close to the sideline, and it's again Dobson the player standing over this one. Again Slough have sent forward Nathan Smart, but Matt Day's staying back for this one, so Dobson to take this free kick for the Rebels. Good 35 yards away from goal, quite close to that sideline. It's in the bit where it starts to dip quite heavily. And Dobson whips it in, a great bit of pace. And it needed a touch. It didn't get a touch, and Phillips gratefully grabs the ball on his goal line. A touch coming in from a Slough player there would have put it past the goalkeeper, but no one could get a touch, and the goalkeeper has the ball in his hands, and Carl Phillips just rolls the ball outside of his box, chased down here by Perry Coles, scored the second goal for the Rebels today. Played forwards, Togwell wins the ball header, great intelligent header, finds Lynch trying to find Warren House on the far hand side. Coles chasing down Ollie Knight, slips as he plays the ball, and then Fraser slips, ball comes through, and then when you see Matt Day sliding challenge at you at pace on this pitch, you move out of the way, and that's what Frome did. Ball here with Miller, closed down easily by Slough, and it's one here with Matt Lynch, who can bring the ball forwards. It was Fraser with the tackle there in the end, and it comes through towards Lynch trying to play it in towards Coles trying to turn, trying to hold the ball up. Knight just gets his body in the way, clears, hits it straight at Matt Lynch, and Slough still had the ball here on that far hand side. Played in, looking for the run of Warren Harris. Harris keeps the ball in down the right hand side, plays it back in, but good block there, and it's played through, trying to find Miller. Miller's ball played in towards Rains. Rains has the ball here, running down that far hand side. Fraser just turns his back, it finds Davies on this far side. Davies will try and play the ball in here towards Brace. Brace holds the ball up, trying to run past Lynch. Lynch does really well. It's good defending by Matt Lynch there, and it's come here towards Nisbet. Nisbet finds Jackman on this left hand side. Jackman bringing the ball forward from this left back position, plays the ball in towards Dobson. Dobson skips past the ball, trying to find Jackman on the overlap. Jackman holding the player off. It's holding off Rains, gets down to the byline, still has the ball as Jackman crosses first time. It's a low cross. Hemmings cuts the ball out, and can clear for Frome up towards Bath. Great touch by him, but Day just sticks his leg in the way and finds Dobson. Dobson cuts inside here. Nisbet gets the ball, just gets the ball back. No, he doesn't. It's come here towards Rains, and the ball's here with Griffiths. Nisbet slides in with the challenge, and it comes off Nisbet last. And Nisbet showing that he can play as a striker. All these times he's been wasted as a central defender. He's playing up front and having quite a good evening now. He just needs a goal, doesn't he? That would sum it up for Slough if they could get a makeshift striker scoring a goal for him against one of their bogey sides. Frome with the throw comes through to Bath. Bath trying to spread the ball to Davies on the far hand side. The ball keep in play because it just doesn't bounce on this pitch, and Davies is up against Fraser. Stunning tackle by Fraser. Sticks his leg out and brings the ball out here for Slough. Gets a round of applause from the Slough fans for that tackle. Finds Warren Harris. Harris comes back in here towards Lynch. Lynch finds Nisbet. Nisbet come a bit deeper with the ball here and finds Nathan Smart. Smart back here towards Matt Day. Matt Day just takes a touch. Plays it forwards, looking for Nisbet. Nisbet gets the ball at the second time. Finds Dobson. Dobson on this far hand side. Just up against Griffiths. Just crosses with his right foot. Poor cross. It comes out here towards Hemmings, who plays the ball back here, and Griffiths is under pressure from Nisbet again, and plays the ball down the line. Bath will chase this in. Keeps the ball in. But Nathan Smart's underneath it, and he'll go back towards his goalkeeper Turner under the pressure of Joe Rains. But Jack Turner has plenty of time to launch a kick down the field. Easy header for Mapstone. He's trying to find Davis on the far hand side. Warren Harris trying to get there as well. Getting in there is Sean Fraser. Another good tackle, and again he brings the ball forwards here for Slough. Plays it in. It's just away from Nisbet. One back though by Josh Chapman. In towards Nisbet again. Finds Lynch. Lynch inside the centre circle. Turns and plays it here towards Togwell. Togwell's got Fraser standing behind him and finds Fraser as he just spreads wide a little bit. Fraser takes it in his stride, plays a couple of strides forward, trying to find Coles. Coles gets there first and keeps hold of the ball. Bit deep, trying to find Warren Harris. It's a lovely ball in. Warren Harris coming through. He crosses into the box. It's clear in the end by Knowles. And there was two Slough players coming into that, but it's defended out and it's out for a corner to the Rebels. And it's all coming from some very solid defending from Slough this evening. And apparently Freddie's gone to bed, so there you go, night Freddie. And it's going to be a corner on the far hand side. It's going to be James Dobson to take this corner, and again it's in swinging corner for the Rebels, and it's played in with some pace, bounces through. It's just gone all the way across the goal, and in fact it's taken a touch off a Frome Town player. Couldn't tell you who it was. There was a melee of people in there, and it's gone out for another corner to Slough on this near hand side. And again, this time it's going to be Matt Lynch who goes across to take this throw for Slough. And again, it'll be an in-swinging corner here for Frome to defend. And it's just Matt Lynch just lining this corner up, takes it, whips it in, headed off the line in the end, comes through here to Warren Harris, who heads the ball forwards, but it's an easy take to Phillips, who almost dropped the ball onto the head of Mark Nisbet. In the end, he hooks the ball clear, finds Davies. Davies does well to turn Smart, trying to chip the ball here for Brace, but Brace will need to be about the height of 6 Peter Crouches to keep that in. It's gone out of play for a throw to the Rebels. And can tell you that Redditch are still leading against Royston. So it's Redditch 1, Royston 0. Still Slough with this 2-goal lead here. Josh Jackman with the throw on this far hand side. Off inside the Slough half. Long throw by him. Aimed towards Nisbet. Nisbet gets it after it fits a lucky ricochet. Chips it over for Coles to chase. Goalkeeper comes out. Coles tries to get there. Coles gets there first, but I tell you what, that is some good defending by the goalkeeper. He got to the ball just before Perry Coles. Hit it off Coles, and it's gone out of play for a goal kick. As we 26 minutes gone of this second half. Still Slough with this 2-goal lead here at the moment. And it's going to be a goal kick to be taken by Phillips. Literally every single outfield player is in a tiny, it's about an eighth of the size of the pitch on this near hand side. They're all just standing in one tiny little bit. Phillips with this long kick. Underneath it for Slough's Ledge. Does well to win the header. Comes through to Warren Harris. Harris trying to make a bit of space to feed Coles. He's got Coles on the outside. Warren House still running himself. Crosses inside towards Coles. Coles takes a shot. It's blocked. He gets the second chance. He wins the ball back. Finds Nisbet back in towards Coles. On the one more keeper. And he runs straight into the keeper. And both players... Well, Phillips has just thrown him to the ground here. And it's started a bit of a handbags at dawn. Phillips should at least get a yellow card for pushing the player to the ground. I think what happened was Phillips wasn't too impressed with how their legs got tangled in here. It'll be interesting to see what the referee does. He calls both players over, and I think it's just going to be a talking to both players. I think Coles overran the ball a little bit as he came through on goal, and Phillips came out and their legs got tangled, and as they got up, I don't think Phillips was too happy with Coles and pushed him to the ground, and it will be what's he going to do? He can't do a drop ball from there, surely, referee. No, he's going to just drop the ball down so that Phillips can take a kick, and the game will restart once the referee drops the ball. He's just having a conversation with the goalkeeper Phillips, and so basically what he does, he's telling him he doesn't want him to kick it from his hands, so drops the ball and he flicks the ball up into his hands and can just draw the ball out. I don't understand it. Phillips takes another little touch with the ball. He's now 10-15 yards outside of his box here. Takes the kick down the field. Underneath it will be Matt Day. Great defensive header, finds Dobson. Dobson flicking the ball on first time. Comes off the head of Knowles. All across here towards Knight. Knight closed down by Warren Harris, and Harris will block the ball and then picks the ball up as well. He's got Matt Lynch coming down his inside if he needs him. Tries to find Lynch. Oh, it's a touch from Knight, means it's a corner to the Rebels. And Slough on the front foot here in this second half. Apart from that early effort that forced the save from Jack Turner, it has all been Slough this second half. They've had the better of the chances, and now they've got another corner on the far hand side, which will be another in-swinging corner to be taken by James Dobson. Getting a little bit chilly here as the night comes in. Ball comes in. Headed goal was it's headed away from goal from a defensive header by Slough. Comes and kept in by here by Matt Lynch. Crosses first time. Ball played into the far post. Nisbet heads it back across goal, but he can't get it. And it just goes as he was falling backwards. Couldn't get enough on it. And the Slough fans singing Bakes and Under's Rebel Army. And Slough fans making some noise behind there. It's good to see. There's only a small number, only 18 on the coach. I reckon there's only about 35 here, but they're out singing the Frome town fans here this evening, which isn't hard when there's only about 21 people here. So the ball played forward by Phillips, and Fraser's adjudged to have fouled Davis as he just jumped into him, and neither player won the ball. And Slough with a couple of subs warming up on the far hand side, including Harris and Gilks. It'd be nice to see Gilksy on the pitch, but it's free kick here for Frome, taken by Knight just inside the Slough half. His ball fade forwards, finding Bath. Bath holds the ball up, but just runs straight into Nathan Smart. Smart tries to make a bit of space to clear, plays it down. It goes straight out of play for a throw to the home side, halfway inside the Slough Town half. Slough fans still singing behind the goal there. And they're still waiting for this throw to come in. And the ball comes in. Lynch wins the ball. Bath actually heads it the wrong way. And it's an offside here against Frome. It'll be a free kick to the Rebels here. We played 30 minutes of this second half. Now still with that 2-goal lead from those 2 goals in the first half. Both scorchers. First one a cracking goal by Warren Harris. And then Perry Coles 4 minutes later. Doubling that lead means that Slough are in the lead here. Jack Turner will take this free kick, and it's I think what's going on here. Is there a substitution being made? I'm not sure. The referee's got his hands up for something. I was just telling Jack Turner to get on with it. Actually, the Slough fans in good voices. It's surprising, at home they make very little noise sometimes. Ball's here with Lynch inside the centre circle. Plays it back here towards Nathan Smart. Smart spreads the play out wide, looking for Warren Harris down this. Oh, Warren Harris just can't stretch to keep that in this out of play. Small band of Slough fans tonight. They really are a small band of around about 20 behind that goal, making some noise. You're going to see a substitution from the Rebels on the far hand side in a second. And I think it may well be Manny Williams coming on. We'll just see the throw on the far hand side. It's been hooked clear by Fraser for Slough. Perry Cole's trying to get underneath it. Comes through on the far hand side to Miller. Miller spreads it towards Knight. Knight plays the ball forwards and finds Ryan Bath. Good play by him. Chips the ball forwards, trying to find Brace. Cuts inside Josh Jackman. Back in on the other side. Jackman stays with him. Keeps him away from goal. Forces him wide. It's on the overlap is Griffiths. And then coming back is Matt Lynch, who's having a good game here. And finds Nisbet back in towards Lynch. Lynch just shields the ball, holds it off. Goes past the challenge of Hemmett. Keeps hold of the ball. Still has the ball, does Lynch. And then finds Sean Fraser. Fraser under pressure. Goes past Ryan Bath and just plays into a bit of space here to bring the ball forward. He could have got plenty of time to play the ball forward. He's looking for the run of Coles, but it's got too much on it. And it'll go. Phillips kept it in play. He has. And the ball's here now with Mapstone. And it looks like you might see a double substitution for the Rebels on the far hand side. Ball played forwards here for Bath. That's their tactic, is play it towards Bath. One back here by Togwell. And Togwell trying to chip the ball forwards for over the top. There's an offside against Coles. And it's going to be a free kick to the home side. In fact, the referee has just said carry on. So I can tell you that I think it's Mark Nisbet will be the player that comes off. As the ball's still in play here at the moment, so no substitution at the moment. It's Phillips, the Frome Town goalkeeper, with the ball here. And long kick down here. Matt Day wins the header. It comes through to Dobson. Dobson trying to play it in towards Nisbet. Nisbet catches Knowles here, and he gets the first yellow card of the evening for a little bit of a late challenge there. And he's just trying to explain that there were some other ones. In fact, he's going to be replaced this evening by Harrison Gilks. He gets a yellow card. There's Nisbet. It's his last action of the day. And then on the far hand side, coming on will also be Manny Williams. So Harrison Gilks is coming on. We're just going to see who the other one is. And coming off is 6. I think it's 6, which will be Lee Togwell. Sorry, it's Warren Harris. Hold on, they've changed. Hold on, what's going on here? We didn't see who the second one was. Warren Harris is the player coming off. Sorry, so Warren Harris is replaced by Manny Williams, and then we've got a substitution for Frome, which is number 5 Marcus Mepstone coming off, and coming on is number 12 Lewis Graham. So those substitutions are Mark Nisbet off and Warren Harris off. Coming on Harrison Gilks and Manny Williams. That is Manny Williams' 50th appearance for the Rebels this evening. And coming on for Frome is number 12 Lewis Graham, and he's replacing number 5 Marcus Mapstone. So Manny just getting the serenading from the Slough fans. It's going to start with a free kick here for Frome to take. It looks like Graham has gone straight in and fitted alongside Knowles as a centre back. And it's Knowles that takes this free kick, headed away by Lynch. Comes here through to Manny Williams. His first touch to the ball. He finds Gilks on the far side. Oh, Gilks got a horrible bobble there as he played the ball. It hit him on the shins and went out of play for a throw to Frome on the far hand side, just inside the Slough half. It'll be the left back Knight to take this throw. And his throw finds Miller back in here, and it's played forwards here by Brace into the path of the Knowles. Knowles being chased down by Coles. Coles chases the ball as it goes back towards Phillips. Played forward here. Dobson will chase down Knowles. Slough trying to win the ball back. Oh, it just goes past Togwell, but Lynch is there for Slough and just runs across Rains, holds him off the ball, and he's got Gilks on the far hand side and finds Harrison Gilks. Gilks just takes a touch here and plays it back towards Sean Fraser. Fraser in towards Togwell. Togwell's got a bit of space here inside that centre circle area. Finds Dobson. Dobson's kind of plays it in, trying to find Manny Williams. It's cleared only as far as Matt Day. He plays it back straight forward. Oh, and Coles tries to gamble on it, just skids past him and goes towards the goalkeeper Phillips. We're into the last 10 minutes of the game. Slough still with this 2-goal lead, with 2 goals in the first half. And it's ball's here with Phillips, the Frome Town goalkeeper, just a few yards outside of his box, as he launches a long kick down the field. Matt Day wins the header there. Manny Williams flicks it on. Coles is in offside position, so leaves it. Comes here from Graham towards Togwell. Togwell's ball though finds Graham. Graham does well in the centre of the pitch to play here towards Miller. Miller's touch is a bit short, trying to Sale Hemming short. Dobson lazily sticks a leg out and wins the ball back. And Dobson comes down the left-hand side. Hemmings will chase him, but Dobson's got all the way down to the byline. He needs a good cross on the end of it. Oh, Hemmings has done well, though. He comes across and blocked it. It's out for a corner to the Rebels. And Slough are leaving Josh Chapman going forwards for this corner. They're leaving Sean Fraser, Matt Day and Togwell back. And Lenchy comes across to take this free corner for Slough. Again, an in-swinging corner for the Rebels. Manny Williams comes short just to pull a couple of players out of position. And it's Lynch to take this corner. Plays it in well, headed away well though by the substitute Graham. Comes towards Gilks. Gilks trying to get through. Oh, he wiggles past a couple of players. Gets to the byline, pulls it back, comes across goal, has taken a touch on the far hand side towards Dobson. Dobson plays it in here towards Williams. Shoots! It's blasted! Gilksy! Gilksy's got a goal. 2 years of injury hell for the poor young man. He signed for Slough 2 summers ago. And it's taken. He picked up that ACL injury in pre-season 2 years ago. He's only made 5 appearances. Tonight is his 6th appearance for the Rebels in 2 years, and he scored the 3rd goal. It couldn't happen to a nicer bloke. Harrison Gilks is one of the nicest guys you will ever meet, and he fully deserves that goal. And it comes on 84 minutes. And he will have, he's got the biggest smile you'll ever see anyway, but he will have an amazing, he's literally about 2 yards out. It was poked by Manny Williams' goal, was Harrison Gilks is in there, just sees it over the line. It gives Slough the 3rd goal, and it will be a huge, huge smile for Harrison Gilks. He deserves it after all that injury hell. And Frome take the goal, the goal kick off. It comes through here towards Nathan Smart. Finds Lynch. Lynch has plenty of time here. First time Slough scored 3 goals against Frome for I think ever. Ball here with Chapman. Chapman playing it down the line, looking for Coles. Coles trying to get goal side of Knowles. Knowles seeing the ball out here, and Coles still chasing. Tries to keep the ball in, and it goes out of play for a corner. I think you might see a 3rd and final substitution for the Rebels in a second. And just going to see who it is that looks like it's coming off. I think it's Togwell, because Togwell just ran all the way over here. Lee Togwell's coming off. Coming off on is number 14, who is Scott Davies. Togwell is the player coming off. You could tell it was Lee Togwell because he's got the captain's armband. He literally ran from the centre circle all the way over to my side of the pitch, which is opposite the dugouts, just to waste a bit of time. And Togwell is replaced by Scott Davies, and that's Slough's 3rd and final substitution. The captain is now Matt Day, and Davies comes on and will fill into that central midfielder role. Togwell just getting some congratulations on the far hand side. And the game will restart with this goal kick from Kyle Phillips. Long ball by him, is aimed at high. So free header for Dobson. Just misjudged it in the night sky. Comes off the back of his head, and it's a throw for Frome. Taken quickly in towards Rains. Rains plays the ball in towards Hemmings. Hemmings finds the captain Miller. Miller chipping the ball forwards, and again is far too high, and it goes out of play for a throw to Slough. An accomplished performance here by the Rebels. And Josh Chapman here playing left back, not his familiar position, but he's having a good game. Takes the throw, it's over the head of Dobson, headed away by Griffiths. Scott Davis tries to win it, comes through towards Lynch. Lynch having a good game this afternoon. It's well back the way Rains in towards Knowles. Knowles being closed down, plays the ball forwards. Nathan Smart tries to get him. A Bath does well to hold the ball up. Smart just gets his body in the way. That's good defending by Nathan Smart. Finds Fraser. Fraser's ball's not the best, but it comes through to Day, who hooks the ball clear only as far as Hemmings. Takes it down on his chest, trying to play the ball. Manny Williams gets his body in the way. It breaks here for Lynch. Slough got another attack. It's 5-on-4 if they want it. He's got Dobson on this near hand side. Lynch running with the ball. He's got Joe Harrison Gilks coming down this near hand side. Crosses first time. It's 4! And it's Dobson with the goal. It's Gilksy again. He runs down the near hand side, crosses in low, and James Dobson from about 2 yards out makes it 4 for the Rebels. And that is on roughly around about 87 minutes. And that is goal number 21 for James Dobson this season. That puts him one in front of Chris Flood, and that is goal number 46 of his Slough Town career. He's 4 away from the 50. He's actually having a battle with Warren Harris as to who will get to 50 first. And Dobson with that 4th goal. It's 4-0 to the Rebels. And it's Slough on the front foot here. Frome a little bit disheartened here now. Play the ball on the far hand side. Bath can't keep the ball in. It's out for a throw to the Rebels. And it's going to be Slough just taking their time with Sean Fraser on that far hand side. It's yes, Mr. Will Tuck's got the right idea here. Come on FC Video, come to away games. We need it. Come on, we need you. Ball's just come off Manny Williams last. It's out for a throw to the home side, 10 yards inside their own half. And it's Griffiths Knight who takes it, finds Hemming. Hemmings just runs the ball straight into Dobson. It's won by Coles, finds Dobson. Dobson a little ball inside towards Lynch. Lynch having a real good game here. He's not got a lot forwards, but he's done a lot in a defensive ball. Plays forwards, comes off the head of a Frome play. Coles will chase it. Griffiths puts it high into the night sky here. Jackman's underneath it for Slough. Wins the ball and finds Scott Davies. Davies little flick, wins the ball. He hits it. He's hit it from about 45 yards out. He's done a couple of little keepy uppies there and hit it on the volley, and it's landed a good 10 yards away from goal. But I think that was just I'm sure we'll class that as a shot. I think it might have been, but I think the Slough players are just having a bit of fun here as we into the last minute and a half of normal time. Just that and the added time to go on. Ball will play forward. Lynchy again wins the header in towards Coles. It's a good header. It finds Coles. Coles to Dobson. Dobson's ball down the field looking for Manny Williams. Sliding challenge from Knowles. Wins the ball. It's out for a throw. Dobson looking to take it quickly, but Jackman just tells him to slow down and take your time. Matt Day is brilliant. He's just constantly talking. He's not... and what he says is really sensible. He's just telling people just to do simple little things. Williams tried to keep the ball in down that far inside. He can't keep it in. It's out for a throw to Frome. Matt Day is exceptional. He's leading this team really, really well here. Whether he's the captain or not, he's been doing it all game. But it's intelligent, simple instructions to players. Ball played forward, headed away by Scott Davies. Comes through here towards Rains. Rains hits it straight at Manny Williams, and it comes and bounces kindly for Slough towards Dobson. Dobson, little trick to go past, keeps hold of the ball, then finds Manny Williams. Williams, the ball out here towards Matt Lynch. Lynch just in that central position, just holding the play here. And finds Fraser on the right hand side. Slough just keeping hold of the ball here. And it's Slough with the ball with Lynch. Just been put under pressure there by Rains, and it comes through to Nathan Smart. Smart goes back towards Jack Turner. Turner wondering, he hasn't seen the ball for so long, doesn't know what to do with it. Turner, long clearance down the field here looking for Manny Williams. Oh, Manny Williams flicks the ball on. Coles will try and chase it. Griffiths gets his body in there and he hooks the ball away, and it's out for a throw to the Rebels in a good position upfield for Slough. And they'll just take their time with this throw on that far hand side. 4-0 the score here. It's Slough Town 4-0 up at Frome. First time they scored 4 against Frome ever. The ball on the far hand side. Manny Williams keeping the ball in and finds Dobson. Dobson trying to go back towards the corner, in towards Manny Williams. Williams trying to keep the ball in the corner. Oh, just does a little trick, keeps hold of the ball and still has it, and then comes off a Frome Town player for a throw to Slough right by the corner flag. Dobson takes it quickly and finds Davies. Davies just plays the ball across here to Josh Jackman. Jackman just opens his body up, plays the ball out here towards Lynch. Lynch finds Sean Fraser, who'd come inside a little bit. Fraser just holding the ball up, finds Jilks. Jilks back in towards Fraser. Oh, just takes a horrible bounce there, but Fraser does well to keep the ball in and finds Jilks. Plays it off Knight for a throw to the Rebels. And he's blown up! In a minute's time, it's finished here at the Special Effects Stadium. It's Frome Town 0, Slough Town 4. 2 late goals by the Rebels in the end of that second half means that they've racked up the 3 points here and scored 4 goals as another away run of games starts, and they've done well here. Their first ever win away to Frome Town, and it's come here with a comprehensive performance. First half goals with a cracker from Warren Harris. It is an absolute beauty. Please get FC Video down to some of these away games. Then a second goal 4 minutes later by Perry Coles. Great finish by him low into the corner. I mean, the Slough led 2-0 at half time. 2 late goals. One from Harrison Jilks, the man who deserves it most. And a lot of the Slough players just going over to Jilks and congratulating him. as he comes on. I can see him smiling now. He's getting such a good clap from all of his players. They're all going over to shake his hand. Jocks with the third on 84 minutes, and then wrapped up by James Dobson from a couple of yards out with his 21st of the season for the Rebels. It means that Slough won here 4-0 at Frome, their first ever victory away from Frome. Thank you all for those of you who've been listening and commenting, and hope you've all had a good night. You're trying to say that you want 5, unfortunately it's over. We will be back on Saturday, where we are away to Stratford Town. I'm just going to see if I can find you the score from the Royston game before we pack up and go home. And just bear with me for a second. This must be still going on, which is why I can't see it. And let's just see if we can find that Royston score. We can't seem to find it at the moment, so there you go. So we're going to pack up because we've got a coach to catch. Huge thank you for every one of you who have been listening in and commenting and getting in contact. Thank you all so much for all your messages. We'll be back on Saturday, where we'll be away to Stratford Town. Thank you all for joining in. Enjoy the rest of your week. The sun's going to be out, so let's all get some suntans. Until then, thank you very much for everything down there. We will be back on Saturday evening. Until then, enjoy. Thank you.